I want a sandwich. Now. Oh, sandwich wench. Yo, wench. Sandwich. Now. I'm going to need a sandwich. A sandwich. I'm going to need a sandwich. Sandwich. I'm going to need a sandwich. A sandwich. A sandwich. A sandwich. I'm going to need a sandwich. Sandwich. I'm going to need a sandwich. A sandwich. A sandwich. Oh, sandwich wench. I want a sandwich. Sandwich.
Hi. I'm back. I was only gone for half an hour. I hope you didn't miss me too badly. Hope you're well. Whoever's joined us, I'm on the wrong freaking thing. Let me refresh that. Oh no, that actually was the chat. I didn't realise. Sorry. Hello everyone. Welcome back. Are we on the right scene? No, we're not. Now we are.
Huzzah.
Yes. Welcome back to another not worth a plump Cork stream. Yes. David and I are here. Say hello, David.
Hello, David.
How is David?
David is good, thank you. How is
Yeah.
Meg?
Hello, Yami, Juniper, Shrimp, Fried and Rice, Stina, Bubbly, Kitty Spag, Riven Faye, Katie Louise, Dessa, Yempy. Hello, German.
German.
Hello, Trash to Treasure, Judas. Hope you're all doing well. Hello, Bergie. Well, thank you for joining back. A few of you undoubtedly would have from earlier, because I know I was. I didn't think anyone would actually bother to come to this. It's just whiskey stuff, isn't it? We are going to be going through. We've got 3 whiskies to open, but we also have other stuff to go through. For example, it was recently on a day in August. I can't be asked to remember which. I'm sure he'll now tell you. It was the David of David's doctor's birthday of Thugonomics. Say happy birthday, David.
Happy birthday to me.
Yeah, well done. You narcissist. You even tested for megalomania.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Dankeschön, Yempi, for the present. Very kind of you.
What did the German give you?
She sent me a box full of glittery things, which I managed to avoid because I heard them, so I didn't open it everywhere.
She told me she was going to do that as well.
And lots of more German food.
Oh, okay.
And a card. So
Was
thank you very
was
much.
it the German biscuits again?
It's just like fruit things and there was some chocolate and that. So.
Oh, and hello, Shumbunkin. Sorry about the cicadas there, Yami. I do apologise if we're not as loud. We're not in the bar, we're in my office because I couldn't set this up in the bar because the Yeti X needs a USB drive repair, port repair. We do have presents for David, which you guys and myself paid for. He'll get soon. One of them
David is concerned.
One of them he won't open because it makes sense. The other one he'll be reluctant to open because it's limited. There's another reason as well, though.
But I feel like I'm not going out of the cabin alive if I don't open it.
You're opening it. But obviously Dave has stories as well because he went
blinking twice. Send help.
He is indeed. David recently went on a distillery tour, but also something we haven't had a chance to do recently was talk about like our adventures at the whiskey shop because we haven't done that in a while. We weren't able to. And I thought, oh, we can do that. We'd have to go back a few months, but we can get to it eventually if we remember the stories. I don't know. We might get lucky. I'm not entirely sure. So where should we start? Should we start with the stories? Should I go to your birthday presents? Do you want to show me what's in that bag you got me?
Well, I mean, that probably makes
You're right,
sense
your
to
birthday
do.
it is.
Oh,
You're right.
Fair enough. I'm not right.
So, recently it was David's birthday and I got him some presents that you guys paid for.
Thank you very much, you guys.
I did as
possibly.
well. I did as well, just to be clear. Turn away a second, so I want to make sure that it's not on the screen. It's not right. So we're on the screen. As you see, 2 birthday gifts. I'll start with the first one. It's a bit of a non-one, but it's a gift. I got you a coaster. Made of hardwood with cars on.
Ah, it matches your one.
Well, it's not matches. It's
well, yeah, but it's the same. It's whiskey piston. Yeah.
Yes. The second gift is actually on the table. It's the glass that goes with it.
Ah, sweet.
That's what I bought you.
Thank
and
you
that is,
much.
by the way, it's not the same as my glasses. Yours is an LS, which is a very different glass. The card of which I might have forgotten to take the thing out. Nope, down here somewhere. I know I actually took the verification thing out.
That is heavy. That's a.
Well, it's the weighted glass I have.
Oh wow.
Yeah, right. Yours is different. Yours is different. I haven't got a picture of it. I forgot to. But it's basically a really heavy weighted glass made on based on a V8 engine.
That is impressive.
There's a verification card, and I took it out accidentally, didn't put it back. It's one of these metal signed cards.
Yeah.
I'll find it and give it to you. Oh, hang on. There it is.
Awesome.
LS. Whereas my model is the YB9.0.1. The next gift from my audience,
Hang on, let me put this.
shut up, is a bottle of Rose Isle 12 Diageo Special Release 2024, which I know you won't open because it goes in the set.
Yes. Why do I feel that's the one you're going to make me open?
I'm not. Oh, no.
Wait,
because and there's a story behind
now
this.
I'm worried because Meg's being nice.
No. So there's a perfectly good reason for this, because I've decided, after many a year of you being a peasant,
Oh God.
David can confirm this,
Probably, yes.
many a year he just looks at those whiskies and goes, yeah, you know what, that'll do. I'll stick with my only opening up to the age of 18. I'll stick with that, and I'll never bother to go higher. Because the nearest I got was buying a 35-year-old whiskey, and that chair's broken, and I won't open it, because why bother? Why do that when I can rely on Meg to let me try his very aged statement whiskies? There was meant to be a washcloth in there, but I couldn't fit it in there.
I'm interested to see what that's like compared to the other one. Not that I'm opening.
How would you know? So I got sick and tired of this, and I decided it's time for David to move up in the world and know that he has to open this knowing its significance.
Oh dear.
And it's going to piss him right off.
Oh dear.
So I've got him a 37-year-old whiskey from 1988, limited to 270 bottles, Invergordon, infrequent flyers from the year 1988.
You absolute
Fuck
bastard.
You open it.
Single grain Scotch whiskey. It's got a biplane on it.
It's 37. It's from your birth. So when he bought his 35-year-old, what year was that from?
18.
That's right.
7.
I'm more significant, and you have to open it. See, I was going to get you an English whiskey this year, but you already bought the Chapter 18, so you ruined it for yourself. Whose fault's that then,
Right,
David?
if you're involved in this, I hate you as well.
Right, donated towards it, yes. In fact, a number of people, I think Yempi might have as well, in fact.
Well, we got actual money from the German.
That might be £1.
Right, thank you very much. It's very much appreciated that you've all chipped in to do this.
This finally means that you're moving up in the world. So maybe next year you'll be like, oh, 21, and Meg didn't buy it. Which means, is it collectible or do I open it? But yes, you finally have yourself a whiskey older than mine.
Yeah.
That is from your birth year that you can bloody well open, you cock. Go get. Oh, here's the jig.
You know exactly what's going to happen, don't you? I'm going to get this home and Dad's going to be like, why have you got more whiskey? I thought you bought enough in Edinburgh.
Well, I'll learn about that soon, I'm sure. Yes. Here is the jigger, and yes, you may, of course, pour me a glass.
And in interesting notes, as we begin the opening process, it appears that it might have a cork.
It's a grain whiskey, which worries me a little. Was it grain you said?
Yeah, single grain.
Single grain worries me sometimes, but let's see how we get on. And by the way,
it is a walker.
Shrimp fried my rice. Yeah, I do like the Evil Love. I liked it because I've been holding on to this for about a month, and I've been waiting for him to come down so I could do this. And when I knew it wasn't going to be for his birthday weekend, I had to hold on.
Yeah, sorry, I had work.
No, yeah, your priorities. It's quite all right. Dave's ringing. Oh, so first of all, birthday gift. Here's the first one: the coaster and the Rose Isle 12, as you see on the screen. The second one is this bottle here, Invergordon. It's infrequent flyer series, limited to 270 bottles. David is having a little look at everything. He doesn't like opening limited edition bottles.
I've done the foil; it's getting open.
He doesn't like doing it.
No, this is true.
Right? Because he has like edged out from this year. Remember that one, the 11?
Yeah.
I mean, to an extent, you can argue collectible, but really, it's not. Oh, careful, moisten it.
Might need some moistening because that's not filling me with confidence.
You better have a dram for me since you're working. Oh, nice, decent cork as well.
It is a solid cork. It's actually quite wet.
Well,
didn't make much of a pop.
Well, you know what? It doesn't need to be that much. It's nice. It's 44.5%.
Smells quite sweet.
It does smell very sweet for a rye. Yeah, very sweet. I know nothing about this whiskey at all. You should pour yours first. Yeah, that went on my hand.
Sorry, would you like me to lick it off?
It's got a ring on. Do you want to lick my ring? Does David want to lick Meg's ring? Do you want to lick it?
I'm sure as far as the chat are concerned, they would probably think it wouldn't be the first time.
What on earth have you written there, Stino? You better have a dram. Yeah, okay. How dare you? I hope you wear chokers. You know what? Some people are into that kink. I'll just do that because you can't be trusted. Very well. You happy? 37-year-old. Hopefully it tastes nice.
Yes and no.
Yeah, good. But you can't go back now.
No.
The thing is, now you've officially got a whiskey older than mine that's open. I can't hold it against
but
you.
all that means is you're just going to set that up for you buying something even older in January.
I do have Chris on WhatsApp. Like, yo, bro, hit me up.
I was very tempted. I went to the whiskey shop in Edinburgh, and I was very tempted to send him pictures. Like, yo, you need to fix your shop up, mate. I sent it to David instead, but
Well,
I'll show you them.
May I say belatedly happy birthday?
Thank you very much. Cheers.
Cheers. It's interesting.
That is.
Getting like a
That's not like that grain. We had a grain whiskey before, didn't
Hague.
we? That was not
Hague
good.
is
Yeah.
Hague is a grain. Hague grain, like the Clubman. Not Clubman, the
Standard,
Hague
yeah.
Hague Club is. I've got the bottle behind the bar. It's dog shit, but you use it as a mixer at best. That's sweet. I think there's like a little brownie quality to it at the back. It lingers on the finish, right in the chest.
Yeah. It's a little. There's a little bit of some form of like cooking spice.
Yeah.
In it.
But it's that white person paprika, but not smoked.
Cayenne pepper. No, it wouldn't be that. Cinnamon.
Cinnamon. Cinnamon roll. It's very lightly coloured.
Yeah,
it's a very light colour, very straw-like. Very, very, very smooth. It doesn't taste initially not much strength to it. Like it just goes down really well.
Yeah.
But then it builds.
The strength build. It's not. It doesn't hit you immediately.
But that's the
mouth,
rye,
does
isn't it?
Yeah.
Rye builds. Ryes are very brutal. Like I don't like rye that much. That's quite nice. I like that. I'm glad it's good.
Yeah.
I was a bit concerned because I couldn't get a sample of it. I was worried it would be shit. And I mean, I knew you weren't going to open the Rosar because it made no sense to open it. You can do that right for the good birthday boy. 25 with 17 likes. Can we get to 20? That's a very fair. I mean, honestly, he's 37. If we can't get 37 likes by the end of the stream, his birthday is a sham. You're just insulting David's birthday. How dare you?
Someone's doing fan fiction of this as well.
Oh, Alex, is that shrimp fried and rice?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
The Meg and Dave love story.
So, if this makes more sense, the reason I knew David wouldn't open the Rosars because he has 3 of the last year's Diageo special releases. You were going to get 2 originally, but the Oban never turned up, so you didn't get it. Hence why you got the glass instead, because I was like, give me a refund, fuck off. Otherwise you'd have 5, and I'd be like...
Did you mistakenly order from malts.com?
No, that was... no, you mean... No, you mean Bottle Club. Yeah. Malts.com have changed their site. It's a load of shite now.
It's more of an advertising site.
Yeah,
I'm sure that came up when we were looking for tours in Scotland.
It's more... I used the House of Malt or Whisky Exchange to get... Because they were on sale, weren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's where I got them both from, and I was like, oh, screw it, I'll get those. I did see that Singleton 2023 is on sale on Amazon.
Yeah.
Is it 70? I was like, I mean, I'm not against it.
No.
I don't have 70. Because all my donations have been going on the solar stuff and that portable monitor I need to set up. Beyond that, no. I'm not wealthy enough for that shit. 26 likes, 26 people. Well, fingers crossed over time, we get 37.
Yeah.
Or is David's birthday's cancelled? We have to spit this back out, put it in the bottle, and reseal it.
Yeah. Send it back for a refund. Sorry, birthday didn't happen.
Yeah. Although I do look forward to if you shoot that, if you send that right down the middle of the tongue, all you get is sweetness. Straight down the middle, not touching the sides. There's a little bit of bitterness on the sides otherwise. It's done really nice. You know you have to do something, right? Do you want to explain what I've meant? Because they're not going to get it.
So, those of you who are regulars here will know that there's a thing that we do, which was discussed in Scotland as well. Apparently it is a thing, properly.
Good. Glad it was.
Hold the whiskey in your mouth 1 second for every year. Hello, Sizzles!
What up?
Hey, hello! So we've just been joined by another dog.
ADHD's joined the party.
ADH dog is here. Hello. Right, I was in the middle of the stream, so you have to go down now. Pick up. Hold the whiskey in your mouth for 1 second for every year it's matured. This is a 37-year-old whiskey, which means I have to do 37 seconds. On the plus side, though, I have to do it because Meg will talk. I'm not sure if Meg was doing it, I could fill 37 seconds.
Yeah, he's not a natural talker.
Hello, Bork.
Oh, Bingo.
You've been joined by Bingo.
Don't let him lick you. So,
yeah, I know where your mouse been.
Would David like to... Oh, hang on, my phone went off because you were
Down.
talking too long. You go and get the stopwatch, then put it on. Right, say when you're ready. Go on. Chin Chin, Slancher. Happy birthday, bitch.
Slancher, eh?
Oh, you fucking asshole. You took... Right, start. Go. So for every second of maturation, you have... Every year of maturation, sorry, not every second, because it'd be year for days. Every second is 1 year of maturation, and you sort of... You let the flavours build in your mouth for as long as it's meant to, you know? And this helps you to explore the flavour profile potential of the whiskey to get the most out of it. You've got another 17 seconds yet. He's happy. He's smug. He's smug-vid. Honestly, I'm not okay with this. It's unacceptable. He's enjoying himself a bit too. It's not like freaking teetling red wine cask where his mouth would be on fire and he'd actually be asking for a fire extinguisher with sign language. And done.
Ooh, that is good.
Yeah?
There's not as much on the finish when you do that. There's a lot in the mouth. It's got a kind of... You know the tingle you get from like mint toothpaste? It's not minty, but it's got that kind of tingle in your mouth.
Yeah.
It's very sweet still.
I'm glad you're enjoying
very
it.
smooth.
I'm
It's
glad
got
you
more
are.
Caramel.
Yeah. Oh, careful, he's got his foot stuck there. His arm's stuck. Bring him back.
Right, Bingo, this way.
Bring Bingo back. He's too stupid to realise what he's done. I'm glad you enjoyed that.
Walkingly dumb,
It does taste lovely. Let's go. Indeed, hi Bubbly Productions. Hello, Battered Zebra. Anyone I've missed? Just me as well.
Oh, well done, and everyone else as well.
Stina, you're speaking in Swedish. I don't speak Swedish. Vish, what are you speaking?
Yeah, we can't mod that either, so... Yeah.
Are they Sabaton lyrics?
English, please.
Tell you what, if you...
Hi, Bingo.
Smells like treacle or something now.
Right, down you go. We're working.
I say working. Please, I don't want to boop you. It smells like a brown sugary treacle now. Or
Good.
something else. It's like chocolate. Chocolate. Yeah.
Yeah, this is good.
It smells like a chocolate. I don't know what. It's not a mousse. It's like a not a fully solid chocolate. Like somewhere in between.
Oh, like a fondant thing.
Yeah. It's got the sweetness that makes. Oh, hello, Mia.
Chunky!
All four of them have joined. Great.
Hello, John.
Off to bed. Kitty Spag, thank you for being here. We really appreciate it. Sorry if you hear banging and clanging now. The dogs are all here and they've decided, yes, you're all viable targets for dogination.
Yes. We're being dog mobbed.
What I say? Oh, gee, okay.
Fluffy's just wants a mat.
No.
Sizzles has kicked her off.
They're going to be like that for a few minutes, yeah. Sorry, they love David.
They do get quite hyper when I turn up.
Yeah, they do. Anyway, yeah, so I'm glad you like it. That's one decent... I mean, you don't have to open the Rise R12. I figured you wouldn't, because it makes sense not to. Because it's, you know, you've got a collection. You only ever seem to get half of them anyway. Shots fired, I know. But that is very much in keeping with your character, at least. Give Lizzie fuss. I would, but she's busy. Oh. She's walked away from me. I can't. Well, the reason I took the dog bed and the cool mat out, thinking, oh, we make more space for us. Then the dogs all came back, so it was redundant. Lots of snorting. Yeah, Mia does snort a lot. She's an English bulldog, and that's what they. It's kind of her breed thing.
That's how they breathe, basically.
Yeah. Oh, do you remove that carrier bag from Sizzles?
Sizzles. No, not Mia, not you.
Yeah, I'll take it in the corner. Thank you. Sorry, I don't want the dogs to stand on it and get stuck in. Yeah, she's an idiot. Well, Bingo probably would. Bingo, no, Mia, the English bulldog's the one snorting. Bingo is small. He's a French bulldog.
Very small.
Mia's the English, and she's a unit. She's the one that makes all the noises. Yeah. It's just in her nature.
She is a unit dog. Chonky.
Yeah, he's Frenchy. He's too busy
surrendering to the...
Oh, no. You can't get up there.
He's currently licking the floor.
Indeed. So so fun little story for you. I had a donation goal on my channel called Miscellaneous, and when I knew you weren't available, I'd then tell my audience what the goal was and why it was there, and no one told anyone because I was like, I'm going to move him up in age statement. I'm sick and tired of him only having 18s and then drinking my older whiskies. Like, bitch, nah. I've got loads that are over 18. It's time you caught up with us, and that comes from your birth year. It's a bit better, I think.
Yeah. Oh, and to be fair, given this is a punt, to be fair.
Oh, it was. I genuinely... It was
this is nice.
I had three choices. One was that. One was Master Malt with their own like grain whiskey one.
Got something
a blended one or something. There was another one as well, but I couldn't afford it. It was about $250. I was like, nah, fuck that. You're not worth that. Because I wanted to get other things. So I was like, budget's a little bit different. I've got to be careful here.
Close the budget a bit. That's my phone, Mia. Don't eat that.
Also, why am I going to spend that much money on you when I'd rather spend it on myself? And I know what I can get with that. No. I have less of that in my life, thank you very much. But anyway, yes, I'm glad you like it. That is the first whiskey of the evening. Do you want to find out if it shoots?
Well, I mean, it is one of the official tests.
YOLO Swag Fam it is then.
YOLO Swag Fam.
Goes down well.
Bit more potent.
Bit of a kick there, yeah. Right at the back, on the sides of the tongue as well.
But it's smooth enough.
Yes. Hi, Leona, if you're here. I saw the there. Sorry, Matt, for not noticing. Hi, Running with Sporks. Hope you're well as well. Hope you're having a great day. Well, thank you for joining us. Don't forget to smash the like. David is 37 now, so 37 likes would be great if we can get those by the end of the stream. Thanks to those who loitered, lingered from the previous stream to join us. I didn't think anyone would. I thought I'd take a punt on it.
Slightly different content, I guess.
Slightly well, yeah, someone crashing out. It's quite funny. Watching someone slowly mentally degrade, quite satisfying.
I mean, isn't that what they're doing to us?
Yeah, they haven't paid us, so it's fine. Next on the list. So, did you want to tell me what it is in that bag you've got me? So, actually, tell the story about it before you, because that obviously came from your trip. So,
yeah, well,
do you want to talk about your story?
There's several things. So.
Okay, well,
so
what happened?
Obviously, those of you who haven't been around much, I don't know, lost my mum earlier the year.
Sorry to hear that, by the way. I'm very sorry again about your mum.
Dad and I
she was awesome.
decided to, well, I say Dad and I decided we should go away somewhere to give Dad a bit of a break because he was the one having to deal with most of the admin
We'd
stuff.
spoken about it, and I kept telling you it was a good idea.
Yeah.
I think most of us had said the same. It was a great idea.
So it took a while to get things booked because I was going to book like a Premier Inn and stuff, and then we ended up in a Hilton because Dad.
Hey, look, go big or go home. Go big or go home.
But yeah, so we got it booked, and we went for 4 nights to Edinburgh as just a break away from everything, but also something because I like the whiskey. Dad is getting into whiskey and does have a little bit of a collection now based on stuff between us we've bought him over the years.
So you say that right. So I just want to insert this randomly because it came up the other day when Dad was here. My dad. He found a smoky whiskey he liked.
Oh.
In my cabinet.
Oh.
Yeah. Because we were drinking the Johnny Walker Old Fashions bottle. Because you left one here. And he said it's a bit smoky, a bit sweet. And I'm like, sweet smoke. Ilse Bay.
Ah.
When he's next here, we're going to have a glass.
Nice.
Find out. Because he loved the smell.
Yeah.
Do continue.
The
reason I mentioned that, for those who don't know, is because our dads don't like peat or smoke.
So we've been looking, and obviously Dad was like, well, go where you want to go. And I was like, well, we can't go where I want to go, because that'd be Isla, and that's all peaty, smoky whiskey other than one. So you won't like any of it. So we're just aggroing to Belfast. So we just, in the end, went to Edinburgh. We found a few things to do, so we booked some tours and some visits to distilleries. Generally, we just had some time bimbling about Edinburgh, looking at the history as well. So
someone said sorry for your loss, by the way.
Oh, thank you very much. So we got there, and literally the first night we went straight into.
Which one did you go to first?
So we did. So the first day we did the Scotch malt whiskey experience, which is where the bag's from.
Oh right, yes, I did see the logo.
And that was basically a guided tasting thing where we tried several different whiskies, and then we had a Taste of Scotland dinner.
Oh, haggis?
Yes, there was haggis.
Oh,
so
jealous.
Basically, we went around, we did this tour. If you follow us on Not Worth a Cork on Instagram, there are some
vlogs,
photos on there.
Yeah,
that is by no means the full array. I will sort out trying to do an album of at some point of the whiskey.
You should do some more
because you will really like one of the collections.
I'll be honest, I saw some of the pictures you posted and I was like, there's potential. And you did say to me there were more to upload, but because I put a reel up, which was just on the fly. I put it on the fly because I was like, there's a short. Fuck it. Hello, by the way, to those who have joined, Genicon, and anyone else I've missed, do forgive us, but this story is quite important.
So that was really good. We had, let's say, the 5, we tried different things. They explained about the regions, the aging and stuff like that. And then we saw some of this really rare collection, which was pretty awesome. I think it's the biggest privately held collection in the world. There's 3,500 bottles. Technically, it's owned by Diageo, but it's on loan to the experience place. And then we had the dinner, which was 3 courses, paired like whiskey-based food, Scottish food with like whiskey sauces and all these sort of things, and then paired with a whiskey. So we had, the dessert was paired specifically with a whiskey, which was an Edredar, which is really good.
So I even asked that yesterday. Do I like Edredar in my chat? And I was like, let me tell you a story.
But it was good. We had a Porter-Skeg, 8-year-old, but not either of the ones we've got. It wasn't the one I've got, and it wasn't the distiller's one you've got, which was interesting.
Not the first batch cast strength one I've got.
I'll cock a photo of it.
Well, that's not an 8-year-old anyway. No. That's just cast strength.
But they tried to trick. It was quite funny because they tried to trick us, and because they hadn't actually heard of the Porter-Skeg distillery, and I was like, I have a bottle of it, so no. And she was like, damn, that's correct because there isn't actually a Porter-Skeg distillery. I ruined her punchline.
I remember us going through that when we had a sample of the Skeg because we both then bought the sample, the gift set, didn't we?
So that was really cool. They had a really big shop as well where I was looking at. I had some pictures of Agent Johnny dotted around. Agent Johnny being the junior Fugler agent, who is my Johnny Walker protector. So he came with us. Nice. Day 2, we actually did a day out, so we did a whole tour on a minibus coach thing.
Oh right.
We went through various bits of Scotland. We did all like the Forth bridges and everything. We went through some very, very picturesque scenery, past like Stirling Castle, Stirling Bridge, where they had obviously the battles. There's a statue of William Wallace and all that sort of thing.
So it's Mel Gibson.
Yes. So there is a funny story about this statue.
Oh, go on.
So there's not a lot of information about what William Wallace actually looked like, but they had some, and they wanted to do a statue to commemorate X number of years since the battle. So they commissioned a really well-known artist to design a sculpture of William Wallace.
37 likes.
Thank you very much, everyone. I am now officially 37. It can now be stamped, sealed, you know.
Congratulations.
Yeah. And so this sculpture artist went away. 6 months later, came back, and would you like to guess?
I don't need to guess. It's Mel Gibson.
The statue is Mel Gibson.
Excellent. It feels very Rocky Balboa, doesn't it? Except Balboa wasn't actually a person.
So would you like to know what they've done with the statue? Because everyone was so angry about it.
I assume they defiled it.
Well, they did, but we don't know what the people that put it there have done. This statue to the freedom of Scotland and Scottish independence, they put it in a metal fucking cage.
The irony.
So Mr. Freedom himself is caged up.
His last words, freedom. Irony. All right, fair enough.
But yeah, so then we went to the Glengoyne distillery, which is
I have a couple of those.
Lowland Highland distillery, because it literally sits on the road that defines Lowland and Highland.
I have a 10 and a 12 behind the bar.
Yeah. And their distillery is in the Highland section. Their warehouses are in the Lowland section across the road.
No lie, when we went to the whiskey shop this year, I had looked at the 30 they got in there, and I had considered getting it, but it was £400 more than the Bunnahabhain 30, and I thought, maybe next year.
So we had a few samples. We obviously did the tour, got some history, all these sort of things.
Yeah.
They talked about how before whiskey distilling was an actual business, it was all done, I want to say like pirate, but you know, it was basically done by people in the back of a hill with a little stream and stuff, little pot still and things, all very illegal because they didn't want to pay the tax. And obviously we went through that whole history. It was really fascinating that there were people that looked like this water source, and there had been like 15 people would all share this water source to make their whiskey, and then the women would basically cart it into one of the cities to sell.
Right.
And they hid it away up in the trees when the authorities came around trying to get the tax. But their whiskey was very nice. Dad particularly enjoyed the Glengoyne 15. So he really liked that one.
Did he buy himself a bottle?
He didn't. Annoyingly, I was trying to get him to, but he found basically it was cheaper to buy Old Master Malt.
This is the thing. But if I go to a distillery, I'm not interested in looking online. I'm like, I'm there for the experience. I'm going to buy it. I get that. You've done that before. Yeah. And know what? I know you got it from.
I did buy one from there.
You mentioned the cast strength.
Yes, there's a cast strength batch 10. I think they're on the moment.
Yeah, that's what you said.
And the guide basically said that this was. I tried it in the shop along with one of the other guys on the tour who was American. He was a good laugh. And we both tried it. We both bought a bottle.
Yeah.
But basically, it's what they don't tell you about it is it's finished in Rioja casks.
Like the Chig.
The only way that the guide knew this was because someone from the company that does their casks came over and was talking to them about it.
Oh.
And basically told them.
Oh, is it a mystery otherwise?
Yeah, it's not on the bottle. It's not on the box. Anything. So, and that is really
fascinating.
lovely. So I bought that, and
Well,
that was a nice bottle. That was in the 60s, but it wasn't overly powerful. It was lovely to drink. So I bought that. We then went to Loch Lomond. We didn't go to the distillery. We just went to the actual loch. We had lunch, walked around the loch for a bit in the nice, very warm Scottish weather. There was no rain while we were there. We were very confused. We took rain.
That's Wales, mate.
Yeah, we took waterproofs. We took wet weather winter gear because it's Scotland. Hiking boots, all these sort of
Better
things.
to have and not need
Yes,
than need and not
and
have.
it was lovely.
Yeah.
We then went on to the Deanston distillery, which is a very different sort of distillery because they are sort of more grain based, and they
Loch Lomond does different types as well. They do grain and they do malt.
But they have a different process because they have basically they have nowhere to get rid of some of their excess wort and stuff like that when they make it. So it all goes in a chamber and it gets washed through, and they basically develops a waxy layer, which gives it a very different finish to the whiskey.
Oh,
so it's supposed to make it a very thick, creamy whiskey, like Clynelish.
So I've never had Clynelish.
So I have now. But
their whiskies are a bit pricey for the starter point.
But so that was very interesting. We went into one of their warehouses and they had barrels, of which. So I should probably get to the gifts for Meg.
I heard a clink.
Yes.
Did Meg get nice with a clinky clink?
Maybe.
Where's the fudge? Come on, hand it over first. You may as well get that out of the way.
It's all wrapped up in one.
I know you've given me fudge because my sisters did too. I know I've been given.
First of all, I have your map from the Scotch distillery experience.
Oh, sweet.
It's a slightly bigger one, so.
I don't know if it'll fit on the bar, but I'll have a go.
I've
got a tin of that. I've got a tin of this one. There's a tin that can go in.
And now we have something a bit unique.
Okay.
So this is from the Deanston warehouse.
Okay.
This has come from a massive, I can't remember what the massive cask is, that held an aged Bunnahabhain, because they have other spirits that they age as well. So I have the actual puck taken from the keg that they remove to draw the whiskey.
This piece of wood actually was on the cask.
Yeah, it's not necessarily recently been taken out, but it's one they've taken
I need
out
something
of
for the bonfire.
But I thought it was something a bit different. It's actually something that they've taken out of the cask.
Did you lick this?
Can neither confirm nor deny.
Am I about to get your saliva on me?
Bingo's trying to lick it.
So for those who don't know, there's a hole in the side of a barrel and on the top, and they will do tests with that for like angel share and stuff like that. This is the cork that was on top of a barrel.
Yeah.
It is the literal cork. Yeah. It's not a cork; it's a piece of wood, but it's the stopper.
It's the bung in the barrel they removed to test.
Ow! Oh, this is lovely. Question for Dave: what is your favourite all-time drink? Not the most expensive, but favourite easy to get drink. Oh, I know what he's gonna. If he doesn't say what I think,
easy to get.
Easy to get favourite drink.
That makes it more problematic.
It does and doesn't. 'Cause there's three. Let's face it. There's three. One's Irish, one's an island, and one is Johnny Walker Black. Come on.
I mean, yeah, we've got Johnny Walker Black, we've
Jameson
got
or Talisker,
or we've got Talisker or Lagavulin.
Yeah, but Lagavulin not as easy to get in shops. The other three are.
Yeah.
Come on, it's one of those three.
Yeah, if it was didn't have to be easy to get, then it would be probably Johnny Walker Blue or Gold.
Yeah.
Centenary.
Centenary, you got to be specific.
But I also got you something else from the Deanston.
Just before you, hang on, you haven't actually answered the question though.
Oh.
What is your favourite all-time easy to get? Which one? I know which one it is for me.
I mean, based on quantity drunk, it's black. Based on the
what quantity? I don't know what you're talking about.
Historic significance, Jameson's, but probably based on overall preference, it would be the Talisker.
Which quantity? The quantity we've consumed or the quantity we both possess?
Yes.
Actually, saying that, you can get the Ruby now on Amazon.
Funny you should say that. We'll come to that.
Oh?
Also,
opening a bottle of Johnny.
Also from Deanston, we have
oh, fucking nice, mate. Yeah.
a pair of whiskey socks.
And they're my size. Everyone always buys me the 7 to 9s. I'm like, bitch, I got big fucking feet.
So I got Meg some Deanston socks. So he has something from each distillery of that day.
Oh, it's a win, this one. It's a banging present.
I don't think there's anything else from that day in here. No.
Alright, we'll save. It's alright, I can wait.
So,
this is awesome. I got a bung.
Yeah.
That sounds weird. So this came from a Bunnahabhain cask?
They believe they were from the Bunnahabhain, because the last lot of ones they were working on and testing
it seems
were
so
Bunnahabhain
inconsequential,
ones.
but it actually is really cool. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go and take a photo while Dave talks, and I'll put it on the screen for you guys. Okay?
So,
you talk for a second.
that was that was the first full day we had. We then went back to Edinburgh after that via just some more very nice scenery. There was some statues of horses. They're called the Kelpies, which do with the old massive Shire horses that used to pull all the boats on the canals. And then
Did you ride the pony?
No, it was a statue.
Did you lick it?
No. Then we went to dinner. We went Hard Rock Cafe. We went Hard Rock Cafe.
Hard Rock Cafe's cool.
And I got a t-shirt and I took a photo of Agent Johnny in the hats.
It's nice.
Obviously. And I sent Meg some pictures of guitars because they had some very fancy guitars.
You did, because I was criticising them.
Yes.
When you saw one was left-handed and it wasn't.
They'd mounted all of them the right way up except one. So I didn't look closer. I just assumed because it was mounted the other way, it was left-handed. But no, it was a right-handed guitar mounted upside down.
That's fair.
So then the next day we had a slightly more sedate day. We planned to go and do a hop-on, hop-off bus tour, but the website wasn't working to buy tickets. So instead we went to the Royal Yacht Britannia.
Here are the gifts David gave me: the Deanston socks, the map which folds out, and the bung is the round puck you see on the map. Thank you, by the way. Those are lovely. Yeah. How am I going to... This is a weird one. That is a... Yeah. It's an anomaly. Why don't you keep this for yourself?
Who says I don't have one?
Do you have one for yourself? Did you get one? No.
They only gave us one each, so I thought that would be something good for the bar.
That is very cool. I'm going to have to... Yeah. Actually, yeah. I might just keep that on my bedside table for good luck.
But, yeah, so we went to the Royal Yacht Britannia and we walked around there. We found they do a whiskey because it was in the ship. That was incredible, though, because that is the Queen's... was the Queen's favourite thing, and she literally, I think it's one of the only times you've ever seen her cry on TV was when they decommissioned that ship and it was all filmed.
Which one was it?
Her Majesty's Yacht Britannia.
Oh yeah.
They decommissioned it and she was literally crying on national TV.
Yempi asked a question I saw. Where was it? It was
Das.
There might be some. I was wondering, there might be some regions over here that do their own whiskey. Would you try that? Yes.
Yeah.
I know and there is a German whiskey.
Yes. I don't know what it is, but yes, there is.
Yeah, I know there is. One of you needs to silence their phone messages coming in. That might be
mine's on silent and do not disturb.
Mine doesn't have any alerts at all. It might be the fan behind. I don't know.
Yeah, there is.
If you like fudge, it's super easy to make. Well, it's not that I like it. It's just my sisters came up from Wales and gave me fudge, and David's given me more, and I've got a tin for it to go in. It's actually a Glengoyne tin. It might be in the other room actually. I'll go and get it. No, I won't. I've got enough once already.
So yeah, we went round the yacht and we found that they do their own whiskey. It seemed only fitting that...
What have you got me? Royal Yacht Britannia sample.
There was also a very fancy bathtub that I took a photo of Agent Johnny and with a lot of ducks, which I haven't posted yet, but I will post.
Oh then.
So whiskey number 2 for the evening, which Meg wasn't expecting, is the Highland Royal Britannia whiskey.
HMY.
HMY, sorry, yes, because it's Her Majesty's Yacht. Because apparently it's a yacht, even though it's fucking massive.
Alright, well, can't do the whole thing, but I'll pour a single for both. Have you drunk your water?
Yes.
Save a little, because I could probably share it with my dad then. I'll save a dribble. Even that will be infinite gram, you never know.
I have no idea how good this is, but it's about 200 quid a bottle for the...
It's 40%. It's a product of Scotland. It's a Highland single malt. It's whiskey. On the back it says... Oh, it has taste notes on the back.
Okay.
We've got tasting notes.
Excellent.
It's a marvellous gift. Thank you very much. Very well. Well, let's have a little try. Have you tried any American brands? They're so thoughts. I have like an entire corner of my bar is American.
Also, apparently the official is Slangevar rather than
Slangevar.
Slangevar.
That's the Irish ones that say slancher.
Yeah.
That's why. Celtic and garlic, isn't it? Ooh. That's different. Very different to the
Very different to the rye.
Inver Gordon, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well. Not as good as the other one, but it's alright. It's lovely.
Well, it's not 37-year age, to be fair.
That's very true. Oh, this is really nice. I like that. $8.99. You have the price tag on. So it says on the aroma, delicate, soft, and gentle with light floral. I knew it was floral.
Yeah,
it was sweet. Yeah. The tasting notes, flavour, elegant, round, soft. Don't know how we get that. Gentle, clean with some nutty sweetness. The finish, long and elegant with mellow tones. I don't think it's necessarily long compared to the previous one.
No.
This one isn't that long, but there is like a length to it. And if you wanted some names of things I have behind the bar, yummy. I've got Metallica's 72 Seasons Brandy Cask Limited Edition.
Yeah.
So it's blackened, the
Blackened,
72
yeah.
seasons limited edition.
Only available in America.
Eagle, indeed. Eagle Rare 10, Woodford's Double Oak. That was my phone, I heard it. We have Maker's Mark 46 and Cask Strength. We have Willits. Willits? High West. I got that bottle. Dave Dad the Wild Turkey.
Yeah.
I kept the High West instead. That's a Utah bourbon. There's no Jack Daniels because fuck off. No Jim Beam because no better.
You fancy Jack Daniels?
I don't mind. Yeah, they've got a blackberry flavour one now.
Yeah, I saw they've released that.
Yeah, I'm intrigued. I am intrigued. I do have a bottle of Tennessee Fire under here as a future stream whiskey.
Fire!
I don't mind it. Yeah, and it's fire! I can't say it. My voice won't do that anymore these days. Yeah. Irish whiskey is way too smooth in my opinion. Yeah. Genicon, that's fair. It's triple distilled typically, so it's a very it's a drinkable drink. It's not something. I've got an age statement Irish Jameson that you do perhaps take your time with a bit more. It's not quite the same, but I'd like to try one of their older cask strength ones that are limited to like a couple hundred bottles.
And I mean, yes, you do, but your stupid rule about only being able to use a barrel once is very, very beneficial for us who like whiskey because that's basically what everything is aged in is a bourbon barrel.
Yes, we get all the good stuff.
Yeah, so you use it for 3 years, discard it, and we go, yes, we'll have that for 35 years and put something good in it.
Yeah, I take no issue with that. Oh, bye.
So, but yeah, so I thought, you know, we're at the Royal Yacht Britannia. They do a whiskey. Yeah, let's try the whiskey.
Well,
so I got
better that than the bottle because, geez, that's a punt, isn't it?
Yeah,
just the bottle. £200.
They do a standard and an aged version, a limited edition aged version, which only had two of left. I would buy
the bottle. Willet is your favourite. I don't know if I have Willet behind the bar. I've mentioned the name. I don't know if I do. I've said it.
Pineapple. I'll trust you to know that, Leona.
Ew. Yeah, I'm not. One of you needs this on their phone. Oh, sorry, my chat hasn't moved up. There we go. I'll put my phone. Oh, I was giving the channel membership to someone else. That's why I went on. Sorry, I'll put it on Do Not Disturb. Somewhere. There we go. Yeah. Okay. Sorry about that. If that was my phone, I am really sorry. It shouldn't have been, but yeah. Okay.
So yeah, we went to the yacht. So there are more photos.
Do we know what the age statement was?
I can find the photo because I took a photo of it.
Well,
on
I
the
thought
yacht.
maybe a couple seconds, find out if you can unlock anything. The flavour profile and the little sample isn't much to work with, but it's still lovely. It's not a bad whiskey. I can enjoy that. I've got 2 new whiskies to put on in my whiskey book, along with the other 20 I still haven't put in there yet. I actually need to get my
stateroom. That's the stateroom.
I was going to get my book because I wanted to show people what we went through last time we were in the whiskey shop.
Is it the Yachty? Does it say the Yachty edition on the
box? I'll tell you. It says HMY Britannia, nothing else.
Okay. So the Yachty special edition is the 18-year-old, which is 195.
This is 40%.
That's 46. So yeah, this is just their standard, no age statement one.
Okay, so that's fine. Oxford, just me, thank you for being here. I hope you feel better soon. Really sorry you're not been well. Yeah, enjoy the replay, of course. Hopefully we continue to have a good time. I'm sure we will. Yes, do rest up.
Yes, feel better soon.
Leona does enjoy nectar, yes. Well, no age statement, but certainly send this one to the drink and move on. Goes down very easy. Definitely floral, bit nutty.
Yeah.
Finishes shorter than the previous one, so it might be long, but compared to the other one, it's not.
Yeah, it is very soft.
Yeah, it's very.
I know it's not a tasting note, to be honest, but it is very soft in the mouth.
I did a questionnaire about flavour profiles to each region. I got to one that said what's distinctive about Lowlands, and I went with sweetness, and it went no floral. I'm like, fuck off.
Nah, that's Highland.
Yeah, that's not. No, it's sweetness. How do I know this?
I should have taken a photo. There was in the whiskey experience. There was a massive, essentially like a sundial thing.
Oh yeah.
It had
like the coasters I've got.
Yeah, it had like the map of Scotland. It had all the distilleries on it, and they were all divided into segments with the peaty, rich, fruit, floral, all these sort of things. Nice. You pressed the distillery, it lit up where it was. It showed because they weren't in the geographical location. They were in the flavour profile location. So you could press one, it would light up, and it would show where they were based on region and flavour profile, which is quite cool. I thought I'd taken a picture of Agent Johnny on it.
Smells lovely. It does. Right, well, I want to send this because I'm going to get my book and Slàinte yeah? Slàinte. Ooh, that's better on a shot. That's a banging shot, that. Right, I'll go and get my. Can you go to the bar? My book is on it.
Yeah, I have a thing there.
Because it's easier. It might be easier for you to move.
Yeah,
Yeah, sorry. It might be easy for you to do because my chair is fully twisted into the spot. While he goes, the reason I want the book is because I have a story to tell as well, and I need the book to tell you the story. Thank you. I need this for later.
So we did the yacht, and while we were on the yacht, we saw from the yacht a distillery.
He just knocked it over.
And I was like, oh.
What was the distillery?
Port of Leith.
I've heard that name.
Now, Port of Leith is a very interesting distillery.
Oh.
Because A, it's not yet old enough to have whiskey. It hasn't been there.
I've heard the name though.
They do sell. Like an article. They do sell a lot of bottles of the spirits they use for the cask. So like the casks, they have the sherry casks. They sell the sherry. They have the port casks. They sell the port. The port is really nice. Dad likes port. They do a red and a white. Dad likes port.
Of course, Dad likes port. We like port.
Yeah, but basically we went, and there's a big story behind where they were supposed to be and the fact they couldn't get them the plot, and then the founders are basically childhood friends. They went to uni together. They experimented in it. For legal reasons, they didn't experiment in a shed.
That's moonshine, isn't it?
But they basically experimented at home with making whiskey.
Damn right, Genicon, you'll get some.
And yes, they decided to set up a distillery. But so they've had the whole building built and designed around being a distillery.
Yeah.
But it's very vertical. So you start at the top, and you've got the mash and everything, all the hop and everything for all the malt and stuff to come in. Then you go down, and you've got the washbacks.
Oh, the process goes down.
And then you go down again. You've got so literally you go down like 5, 6, 7 floors.
That's your cardio for a day, then.
It uses gravity to do it, but the building is it's got louvers in the side of the building, open and closed to control the temperature. All these, so it's all scientifically designed for the process of making whiskey.
Lovely.
And they have got whiskey aging.
Yeah.
They don't age it on site because they don't have the space. They literally have. I mean, probably the square footage in terms of size is probably about what Dad's house is.
Yeah.
And then it's obviously floors up, but that's all they've got.
That's
so
a small distillery.
Yeah, it's not who they can't remember where it was. He said now, Rossile or something.
Rosal?
No, not Rosal, but something Ross or something. I think. But
okay.
Glen Ross.
Glen Ross.
They do the actual maturation.
Oh right, lovely.
There.
That sounds. I've heard of that before.
But
it sounds like a process I've heard of with other distilleries in smaller regions.
Yeah. So we went around there. We did some tasting of the sherries, the ports, and things.
Yeah.
And we also got to try and bottle
their
whiskey. But it's not whiskey yet, for legal reasons. This is the new make spirit that they age to make the whiskey.
I'm not opening those.
So
because they're too strong. I know they'll be too strong because I know what they are. Yeah. I've got an Anox sample and it's insanely strong.
So they're not massively.
They say 40%.
Yeah.
But we both know that's not the case.
But what Megan's having on his hand is 2 little bottles of new make spirit, which is basically the spirit they get from the sills.
Before it gets in the cask, yeah.
They put in the cask.
It looks like vodka. It's just clear water. But I know that these are potent. That's the problem with these. I'm going to put it to one side.
So it's like a little bit of history in the sense that this is what will become.
I'll happily put
and
it on side
the funny name on it is
Voskvik.
Yeah, that's to do with the yeast they've used. With that, so that is a Norwegian ale yeast.
Oh right, I thought maybe it was the infection name.
But they're basically they've experimented with rather than obviously like the different aging, different woods because there's so much of that. They've experimented with making it with different yeasts.
Undercover Beezer, this is my dear darling friend David, aka David, Dr. David, the Doctor of Thugonomics and History. Indeed, basic thugonomics. He was recently on a distillery tour and he's telling us the story of it and giving me some lovely treats in the process, including socks, a piece of wood, and a map, and now some samples of free make spirits and new make spirits, and a whiskey so far from Her Majesty's yacht, which is amazing.
So we did that, and then we went back to the.
Just a quick thing. I love that on your lap you've got this massive amount of wrapping paper from Johnny Walker. It looks like fish and chips.
Well, we had a lot of wrapping paper from Johnny Walker.
It looks like fish and chips.
So then we did the Johnny Walker whiskey.
You were always going to go there. I knew you were going to go there.
And we did the cask makers one, and we went into the cellar where they've got about 30 properly rare casks of whiskey.
Right.
And when I say rare, we're talking like Petit Veitch, we're talking Rose Isle stuff.
Port Ellen.
Port Dundas, not Port Ellen, but Port Dundas.
Port Dundas.
So Dad's favourite whiskey of all the Johnny Walker ones he tried was the Port Dundas. Guess which is the only whiskey we tried you can't get? Yeah, you guessed it, the Port Dundas.
I'm glad your dad had fun. A shame he didn't buy a bottle though, because you can say I bought this on holiday, you know.
Yeah. But that was brilliant. We went in. The guide was brilliant. Rory was he was a legend. He was brilliant. He was very humorous, very knowledgeable. He was amazed that I'd had Rose Isle before, because one of the samples we got was Rose Isle.
Yeah.
And either it's that Origami Kite 2 or it's this year's special release.
This year?
He didn't confirm or deny.
Wait, this year?
Yeah. Because I asked him, is it the Origami Kite 2 or is it another special release? And he didn't answer. So
quick question from the chat. What's the best drink you'll have in stock at the moment? Bunnahabhain 30.
Am I allowed to include his stock?
Well, the bar is open.
What's my best? Well, I mean, probably Johnny Walker Blue.
You haven't got it open though.
True. No, I haven't. Okay.
Your best one in stock will be one of your treats.
We'll have to remove that one out then.
Yeah. It'll be one of the ones you bought, like maybe the cigar malt, maybe, or the 18 Livet or something, or maybe the Invergordon. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean the cigar malt is very good.
Or you'll work it out. You've got
or the Rose Isle 12 because I have one of them.
You do it. That is a good whiskey. The fact someone rated that low pissed me off. I was like, no, fuck off. You have no taste buds.
So yeah, we tried. So basically, we tried multiple samples.
Yeah.
The welcome dram was last year's Ben Rin's special release.
So I've got the bottle of that. It's going down in price, by the way, now. And I'm like, bitch, I paid so much more than you guys are now selling it for. I'm really pissed off. You guys must be desperate to get rid of the stock. I should have waited.
I have a photo. The reason I'm going to show Meg this is because of what it says against the Rose Isle. I mean, so I wonder if it is.
That does imply Origami Kite 2.
But there's a little sample. Some of the there was a Clone Leash, Kalila, Cardew,
Cardew's all right.
Glen Elgin, Mortlack, Cameron Bridge, Port Dundas.
You used to put these in your book.
Yeah. There was. I took my book and I didn't write in it because I was having
You never do. You never do. No. You dosser. You're still on book 1.
So Rory was most amazed that someone had tried a Rose Isle because he gave me that one and I was like, this is nicer than the first one. And he was like, you've had the first one? I was like, yeah, I've got a bottle of it.
Yeah, after a palaver. Several. Yeah. Did you tell the story or not?
Not now. We've done that several times. But...
No. Did you tell?
Oh, I told him. Yeah, I showed him my whiskey list as well. He was very impressed.
Should have shown him my bar.
Nick's
impressed.
I did
my dick energy is
slightly.
bigger than yours.
Yeah, I did plug our podcast a little bit.
I'm broke at the moment. Plus, I only drink when I'm socialising. You have a partner, go socialise, fraternise with the missus, and there you go. You can have a drink. Didn't want anything I already have, but I'll join. Damn right you will. You already know what whiskey I want. Yes, so there are a few people in the chat. I know exactly what whiskey they want because one of them sent us some stuff we'll get to soon.
Yeah,
it's next on the agenda. Well, a story time first, then we'll get to that.
Yeah, hijack thing.
No, we had to. I wanted. This is a non-themed stream anyway. It's called. It's been a while.
Yeah. So obviously we had I think 7 cask strength whiskies there.
How'd your dad handle that?
Better than expected.
I got my dad absolutely hammered behind the bar when he was last here.
He was not sober, but he wasn't actually drunk.
So my dad was lounging on the couch because I put like quads into his glass. I was like, yeah, your doubles.
Yeah, we were still able to go and have dinner.
Oh, good. Did he pay? Yeah. Good man.
There was tiramisu.
So there wasn't it when you left. Was it the wheelbarrow treatment?
But yeah, so we went round. We went to the shop afterwards.
Yeah.
Asked for some advice on what to buy. The Mortlack Special Release 2022 was very highly recommended.
Well, you've got that. That's the one with the owl on.
It is. You've got it. I haven't.
No, I don't have 2022.
I've got 3 and 4.
I have 21.
You've got 1, so we're missing 22. So we need to get that. It's highly recommended.
I was going to offer a trade for the 21 with you. I was going to be like, I'll trade it with him because then he can have a Mortlack collection.
Yeah. But everyone was very knowledgeable. We did try. It was the lowest ABV whiskey of the evening, the Johnny Walker Black Ruby.
Was it good? Yeah, buddy.
Of which the last of the little gifts for Meg is...
Wow, I didn't even get a full-size bottle. I get a little plastic square one from Johnny Walker. Fucking ace, mate. Let's fucking have it. Drink your water first. Want some or not?
I did get. Yeah.
Okay.
Just a little bit. I had some while I was there, so you can save some more. So I got Johnny Walker Black Ruby for Meg.
Now we're talking. I wanted to get the bottles on Amazon. It's 45 quid. If I had 45 quid to spare, I'd buy it. So well, I'll know for certain if I'll buy it now. They've got there's the sherry cask one as well as on Amazon. It's like 30, and I'm like, I want them. And you can get triple cask still in some places. I do want to be triple black.
So yeah, and what I was told while I was there, which I did tell Meg as soon as I found out, was that the 1 litre bottles.
Yes, you told me. Yeah.
Yes, they are running out of them, of the special edition, like the Origin Black Johnny Walkers.
I only have the Lowland.
So he's to not open or get rid of them now because they are running out and they won't make any more.
So just before we continue, I do in fact want to be triple blacked. So
well, he's now about to be ruby blacked.
Ruby. Well, yes, indeed. Oh, that's very sweet.
It's different, isn't it?
Very sweet. There's no peaty smoke to that.
No.
Little bite, but very like warm, sweet. Or it might have been on your lap for too long. No.
It is very sweet. This is what they are now advertising as being their like.
Thing is, I'm really annoyed. I want to drink it as I normally drink it, but I want to enjoy it, and I'm like, yeah, but I always shoot black. I always do. Are you telling me they drink water in between? Yes, because we clean the glass so that none of the flavors from the previous whiskey are in the glass, so we drink it completely clean. Then we drink the water so it clears our palate as well, so we can enjoy the whiskey. Yeah. And don't worry. Yours are next, Shumbunkins.
Yes. Sorry, I may have derailed the stream by having samples to make. Sorry.
Another reason not to touch free mix spirits.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
But, I just thought that was so interesting because that is going to be whiskey. Well, the ones in cask will be whiskey, but we've got an example of what the original was.
Yeah, it's interesting to know what they because we saw it with the English.
Yeah.
And I've got an Annock like this at 69%. And I'm like, I'm not touching that. What's stupid? That's like drinking Everclear. I'm not that dumb.
Yeah.
Jesus. In fact, I'd probably start believing in Jesus. I know it has cocktail.
God help us all. She was drunk the other night.
No, that was Crispo last night.
Well, it's her the night before then. There was one night she messaged me saying she was tipsy at work. And I was like, uh-oh. I couldn't remember, I don't know where it was, but I wasn't in a position to reply, so I was just like, uh-oh.
Right. What kind of whiskey does Leona not like?
Yes.
No, come on. What kind of cask, what kind of type of whiskey does she not like?
Strong, peated.
Stop. So, one of the whiskey she tried was a port cask.
Yeah,
that was also peated. Yeah. I've got a Ben Riach as port peat, and it's fucking lush.
It's lush, yeah.
But we drink that.
Yes.
She tried it. Well, not Ben Riach, but a different one. I'm like, but why?
Well done, the owner. Props for trying decent whiskey.
Well, we don't know if the whiskey was any good.
Well,
because not a dig at you, just to be clear, Leona. You were sampling stuff at work. That's totally fine. But I've never heard of this distillery. But port and peat is a very difficult whiskey. Like the Ben Riach got it right because I remember eating. Didn't we have that when I had Chimkin? I was so full of Chimkin I couldn't move.
I think so. Yeah.
I was so full of Chimkin.
The Chimkin overload. Yeah.
Oh, I couldn't go home the next day because I was so. My stomach was bad. It just hurt.
Yeah.
I ended up sitting in his living room while he went to go visit his mother, which was. I wish I could have gone to see him mum again. To be fair.
Yeah.
So for those who don't know, back in January when we found out his mum was unwell, we had gone to the whiskey shop earlier in the day, not intended for what happened to happen. Went for an emergency Weatherspoons because we had no choice with our new friend called David, who is lovely. We've seen him a couple of times since. He's a lovely man.
I was supposed to see him a couple of nights ago because there was supposed to be an English tasting at the whiskey shop.
Did not happen,
and it got cancelled on Monday. Much sad.
I was going to ask you about that.
Yeah.
So yeah, we had a great time, but then obviously his mother obviously in hospital. We went to go see her because I've always liked his mum and dad. I'm always on good terms. Always been on good terms with them. You know, they treat me with very kind respect. They never buy me gifts, which is really shit. No. I'm glad I got to see her then because the last thing I said to her prior to that was, "Am I in your will?" But yeah, I had. It was just a joke. His dad thought it was funny. At least someone saw the humour in it. But we were both a bit. We'd had a lot to drink, you know, and I wasn't exactly in the best condition, you know. It didn't help.
No, you were a bit parched.
I was very thirsty. We got back to your flat, and I drank so much water.
I think you drank like an entire litre-and-a-half bottle of Volvic or something.
I was so
that was in the
thirsty.
fridge.
I was so thirsty. I was so
I gave you the bottle of water. By the time I poured my glass of squash, you drunk the bottle.
It was like me doing a shot of Johnny Walker. It was inevitable it was going to go down. That was one... We told that story before, but not including his mother, because at that time, we could. It wasn't right to... but since then, we've gone to that whiskey shop a couple of times, and each time I end up having far too many samples and trying to book features, which we'll get to soon. I don't know why I've brought it up now, but it seemed relevant to something else. I just can't remember what it was. How dare Meg try to kill you via drink? No, never done that before.
What I forgot to say about the American guy who was on the tour with us, who bought the cast strength Glengoyne.
Yeah.
When we were at Deanston, because they sell a lot of, they're linked in the same group as Boone Harvard and that.
Yeah.
They had the Czech Sinclair.
Oh, the Czech Sinclair.
And
you told me I bought
it. He liked smoky whiskies, and I was like, see if they'll let you try that one. And he was like, oh. I was like, yeah. You said you liked the one that tastes like barbecue. Well, try that. And he did, and he bought it.
Nice. To be fair, that bottle was nearly gone. Yeah. Because I haven't even had it as a picture of stream whiskey. I've just been drinking it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's coming on my fucking lap.
I recommended someone buy something in a distillery that wasn't from the distillery, which is slightly ironic. But
there you go.
But yeah. But speaking of whiskey shop, I think I posted one of these on the
It is on the Instagram.
Yes. Yeah. The giant fancy whiskey shop in Edinburgh.
Yeah.
That puts the whiskey shop in Norwich well to shame.
The whiskey shop in Norwich has always been there. It's a very small boutique-y shop. It's very small. It's never been designed for the layouts they now have, and I doubt they'll ever be able to do it that way.
No.
The best they can do is the window. It's a very communal place, and people still want to go there because it's a fun shop.
They had lots and lots of Bowmores. That's a lot of Bowmores.
So the other day, for those who don't know, I'm going to put him down to jump on that. So worst drink that made you regret. We'll get to that in a minute, Yami. Don't worry, we have a few. Dave, I did a bonfire here night before 2 days before my sisters came home, and David had an idea to take photos of whiskies in front of where the fire was when it was going down. Now I didn't see it till 10 minutes later when it had smouldered.
Yeah.
So the two photos I took were Benriach and Bamore. Everyone preferred the Benriach because of the colour of the lighting. Bamore is a £425 bottle. Are you sure about this? You motherfuckers. They were the only two I could reach because the solar panels were in the way. Benriach is there and it's not open, and the Bamore is on the shelf. I couldn't reach any other whiskey. I couldn't get to it because the solar panel was right in front of everything. Oh, and the check whiskey chat later for my drink, FYI. Well, David's going to get his phone and he'll check. The worst one I've ever had, it's
in a can.
Oh, okay, espresso martini. We can get those. You can get those in bottles in the shop. Yeah,
I saw that earlier. Yeah. I got an email about that with no price on it.
Yeah, I didn't.
Which tells me it's going to be expensive.
Oh yeah. So Mizunara Oak Glengoyne, yeah, it's going to be expensive. Some of the worst whiskies I've had, we call them shitskis. There was a Speyburn I didn't like that much.
You didn't like the Bradnarak, but I don't think it was as good as
the what?
The Speyburn Bradnarak.
That was what
you tried, yeah.
Oh, it was the 10. My mistake.
No, I don't think we had them. We had the Bradnarak because I had
the Bradnarak what you've got.
I had it in the gold tube years and years ago, and it was nice. And I think they've redone the recipe because the second one we had wasn't nice.
Oh, fair enough. I just don't.
Teeling red wine cask.
Oh, that was brutal. That was pain. Just straight pain. I was tempted to get it for my dad just to see if he could handle it, but I thought that's too harsh to do. I don't want to see. I don't want him texting me going, "Yo, you bitch."
Hi, Meg's dad, if you're listening.
Do you want to send David a heron or two? He hasn't done it in a while. 2 cocktails. Yeah, so in Sainsbury's they sell the chocolate espresso martini in a bottle. You can buy it as a cream egg cocktail. You can just drink. I had that and I had palpitations for an hour. I forgot I couldn't do coffee and I didn't realize it had caffeine in it.
So we opened the mint choc Baileys tonight.
Any good?
Sisters. Very nice. It's different to the Kendall mint.
I was about to say, is it any good? Is it creme de menthe or is it?
It's minty, but it's very creamy as it is Baileys. So it's a lot more of a drinker than a shooter sort of thing, like the Kendall mint.
To be honest, mint doesn't. I don't think it works well as a creamy thing unless it's chocolate.
But it is. It's mint choc.
What I mean is chocolate, just chocolate, not unless it's like hot chocolate. Baileys is a weird one for me. I'm not big on Baileys. I just think it's chocolate petrol. It doesn't work for me. 2 cocktails, but 1 for me. I hope you enjoy it. But if I do take mod powers away, I won't. Yeah. Just enjoy yourself. Have fun.
But yeah, so that was pretty much. We went back the next day, and I bought some more swag. I got a polo shirt.
Nice.
And
Are you wearing it now?
No, I
should have.
Should have done.
You should have.
And I bought my I bought my birthday whiskey from Dad, which is yet to be revealed because I have forgotten to take a photo of them. Just I can't remember the names of all of them exactly. But I got 3 bottles of the Flora and Fauna series.
Alcroisk and Linkwood and all that.
Yeah. I got 2 I'd never seen before. One of which I've never even heard of before.
Okay.
I've forgotten the names because
that's all right.
I've forgotten the names of it. But I've got 3, so they'll go. But I will open them because the other 2 are open.
Yeah.
But there will be a series I have.
Before I forget, so I gave an answer and mentioned Speyburn. When are you going to mention Pulteney Houdart?
Yes, Old Pulteney Houdart. Yes, I did not like
there
that
you go.
one.
He didn't like
Glenfiddich 12.
That doesn't count. Doesn't count. Can't include that because you just don't like it because you're a bitch. Because you like the Amontillado.
Yeah.
You can't say it because why?
I like it.
That's right, motherfucker.
Yes.
That's right. I don't like RTDs, but this brand is doing them good. Well, I'm glad they are. What does RTD stand for?
Ready to drinks.
Oh, right. Is that what it means? Okay.
Yeah. And yeah, that was pretty much my whiskey tour in Edinburgh.
That sounds
we
lovely.
Had a bimble around the next day, and then we got the bus back to the airport.
Okay.
I spent a long time in duty free, not buying anything in the end because I'd already used most of my allowance. But there were some interesting things that I will look at the prices on to see when I go on holiday next month, or this month now, when I'm in an airport with time to kill, to see if I can buy them then, because I might well get a couple, because there were some singletons that were interesting and some Bowmores that were interesting. They port cast Bowmore. And some very special, like travel only singletons. So, but yes, that's pretty much my story time over in terms of my holiday.
Well, it's marvellous. I'm glad you had a good time.
So yeah, it was a good time. Dad enjoyed it as well, which was
that's the main thing,
as
really, because I knew you would anyway. But knowing he did is what matters.
So now I just need to buy him a bottle of Bengal in 15 to annoy him.
Yeah. Donation goal, guys. Straight for the coffee. We'll buy it. How much is the Bengal in 15?
It's like 45 quid or something. It's not
guys,
that expensive.
Send me 40, send me 50, because then we can pay it. Then we'll buy it. I'll buy it. And when he gives it to when I send it to his dad's address, it has my name on it. And he's told open it because it's from Meg. He'll be like, but why? He'll be annoyed as well because he hates it when I get him gifts.
Yes, he does.
He hates it. His birthday and Christmas are going to be a real pain for him.
It's currently £70 on Amazon. It was on offer. It's currently £70 on Amazon.
It's okay. We'll find it. We'll find it.
Why are you wet?
Okay, so I thought what we'll do now is I'm going to talk about when I last came to Norwich quickly.
Yep.
So last time I came to Norwich, and it's the reason I pulled out 2 bits of paper from my whiskey notebook. It's a contents page. We bought a couple bottles. We had a laugh. On the first day, I bought the Bunnahabhain for Zyla for 2025, I think it was. Yeah. Not in here yet.
Is this what you bought, or is this what we drank?
Well, I drank that as well. We also tried a number of whiskies on the day, but we also tried more another time, because we tried a few. And I've got a few entries here that I haven't put in yet, because if we go with what I went through, for example, trying, and I'll read all the names off in order, what we tried. We have Storning, the Whiskey Shop exclusive, Talisker, the Wild Blue, Locklear, Whiskey Shop exclusive, High West Bourbon, Tomlinson 14 Port Cask, Locklear Cask Strength Batch number 3.
Buckle up. This is a long list.
Bruichladdich 13, that was a mystery bottle. Glendronach 15, it's a sherry cask. A Lefroy 10-year-old sherry cask. Storning Hurst, Storning Rye. Inchdarney Pit Kevler, Inchdarney Bunnahabhain Tiras number 1, which is the 15. Octave Iconic Speyside, Fettercairn 24, the English Triple Distilled, the English Chapter 18, Strathclyde 35, Lockfine 10-year-old Aberfeldy, and I'm pretty sure I was given something else at another point. No, it was a Locklear sample.
Yeah.
We tried over 22 whiskies again, and yet again somebody got fucking sozzled. Somebody had to yet again go find food because yet again he got done a mischief. Hi.
Hi, Chris, if you're listening.
I'm the person that... Yeah, hi, Chris. Dickhead. Arsehole. I niced you. I tried so many... David tried a few this time as well, but he obviously was driving again, so he didn't. And so it was me yet again pulling the weight. One day, we just have to go down in taxi, knowing if I'm trying 20 samples, he fucking well is too. Because, honestly, we had a stream later that day.
Yeah.
Right, later that day we did last Not Worth a Cork we did actually. We tried Glenmorangie 12, Glenmorangie Tale of Tokyo, Glenmorangie Tale of Ice Cream, Glenmorangie Tribute. I was so pissed off and hungover, I could barely like any of them. In fact, the only one that was moderately good was Tribute 16. Yeah. The others were kind of meh. Was that somebody named Meg? You know, Bri? You should be a detective.
Ow. No bingo. Down.
Unlike us, we aren't defective. I'm going to send this and we'll move on, yeah? Slancher. That's it, yeah.
There wouldn't be a Johnny Black without a shot.
Honestly, black's the way. Honestly. Give me a glass.
But yes, so apologies for derailing the stream from the storming.
Sorry, a bit more. Sorry.
Yes, I thought it only fitting as I went to a whiskey various places. I got Meg some whiskey.
To be honest, I wanted a bit of a story time anyway. And so, just the thing, I spent I think it was about £400 in the shop that day. I spent about 300, sorry. And that was the point. I didn't want to spend too much, but he still did me nice because, yeah, the time before, bloody hell, it was like 20 again. And then we went and met up on the Sunday with Chris. He hadn't told the other David we were going to meet him for some blues music before going to see Halocene. And we sat in the pub and had a couple of pints of cider in the end as well. And they were trying our whiskies as well.
We took them some whiskey to try, and they were suddenly trying that in the pub.
Oh, yeah, the little sample bottle. They were going...
Yeah.
They were sort of holding the bottle, the sample bottle in their entire hand. And so no one could see it, and they were just having a swig from what was a fist.
Yeah, because we took them... I'm trying to remember what we took now.
Milk and honey.
Milk and honey red wine.
Milk and honey Isla.
Yeah, milk and honey Isla.
Mine's port, by the way, technically.
Yeah.
And there was a third one. Octomore?
Was it I think it was the Octomore, because we didn't take it the time before.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
They liked your one more, the Isla more than the port. Although the son of David liked my one more than that one.
Yeah, his son liked your port one.
To be fair, both good.
Yeah.
I did try the Isla. It was nice, but I only had a tiny swig.
Yeah, but they're good. They're good people, and that's how. While I was in Edinburgh, I messaged David like, "Chris is going to do up his shop. This is the one in Edinburgh," and he was like, "Yeah, Edinburgh's really good. Enjoy yourself."
So, a few months ago, I'm going to go to this now.
Yep.
A month ago, maybe a couple. Chum Bunkins reached out to me and said they have some close ties to the Stawning Distillery. I'm not going to say exactly what kind because I don't want to put them out on blast or anything like that. And they offered to send me some Stawning whiskey. And I was like, oh, whoa. What do we have here then? And I mentioned this to Chris and David in the whiskey shop. Now, David doesn't really rate them that highly, but they agreed being sent whiskey as a gift is always a win.
Especially from a distillery.
Yeah. And Shumbunkins did do this. Now, I did have an issue with the customs because they're knobs. When they see something with a value on, they go, oh, well, you should pay about another 80...
We know this from Highland Park Ice.
Yeah, like £80 worth of customs charges. And I'm like, you mother... The worst part was, they set it so that they set it based on the date of the letter. The letter date was about 3 days before it was meant to expire. I'm like, you assholes. So I did a donation goal, and then I was like, well, crap, I'm going to have to pay it anyway and hope that I can raise the money to offset that. And we did. And they arrived. They are 35 CL bottles, I believe, or 50. I can't remember which. I think they're 35s. Are they 50s?
Looks of things.
Yeah.
They are 53%.
No,
35 CL.
Yeah. That's the rye one, by the way. You're just looking at the wrong thing.
Barbados rum.
Right, so put me on blast. Damn right, Shumbunkins. You disgust me with your generosity.
So Shumbunkins is the figurehead that is tied with chains to the distillery gates.
The thing is...
And you have to give her the password to get in.
I need a new hoodie. I'm just saying, Shumbunkins. I need a new hoodie. And you did mention you could have done that. If you had time to do that, you could have thought ahead.
I mean, yeah, they needed some padding in there.
Now, there are a couple of things of interest. These are all distillery exclusives. You can get a version of rye, a version of chaos. They exist, but these are not the same as the standard ones. That's important. We know this because I've been given a 10 CL sample of the rye, and that's the one we're going to drink instead of the one you've sent us. Now, there's a reason for that. The other two will be opened, the chaos and barley. They will be opened. Not the rye, though. There's a reason. It's a daft one, but basically, every time I'm sent whiskey, I typically keep something and don't open it. I like to keep something as a memento that will be kept to one side. I have Chris at the whiskey shop gave me a 10 CL of the standard rye, and I thought we would, my size, well, I wear quite large ones on purpose. I think it's XL for me, because I just wear bigger hoodies. I just wear big hoodies. Yeah. I neighbour 2 doors down saw me on the roof earlier. You know what he said?
Why are you wearing a hoodie?
No, he said, I can see your arms because I wasn't wearing a hoodie. I was on the roof. It was fire.
To be fair, I can confirm Meg is currently not wearing a hoodie.
Literally, it was because of the black roof. It was so hot, I couldn't. So I was on the roof with the black solar panels, and I'm like, I have to take I can't wear the hoodie. So I took it off. Also, because there was bird poop on the roof, and I didn't want to get on the hoodie.
Yeah.
But,
arms fine, hoodie. Ooh, no.
Oh no, we can't miss that. But yeah, I do need to get a new hoodie at some point. But yeah, no. So I'm going to put the barley one to one side. We have a 10cl sample of the standard, and we can talk about that. David perhaps put up tasting notes for it. We're going to try the chaos, and we're going to try the what do you call it when the thing's got a misprint on it?
The Marood.
The Marood barley, which has a misprint on it, because it's instead of saying 68%, it says 88%, and because
82.8%.
because the 8 is curved. There's a 6 on the other side. The 6 has a curve on it. That does not have a curve on it. There's a divot.
Yeah.
And if you want confirmation,
that definitely says 82%.
Tell you what, David can confirm it more because I have magnifiers.
As if my glasses won't know.
Oh no, these are better.
Moscatel as well.
Oh, so we go that way round.
We are going for Meg's full-on like Warhammer painting glasses.
Look
here.
through those at the 8 and compare the 6. Okay, these are the things. These are magnifiers I used to paint Warhammer. Okay, so when Dave gets it close enough, he'll be able to confirm it is definitely an 8. Compare the 6 to the 8. Yeah, can you see it? Now go to the other one. It's an 8, isn't it?
It is an 8.
It's an 8. It's a misprint. Now, Bunkins, I know it's not meant to be, but it is definitively, it's the most magnified I can put it on the lenses. It is an 8. So we have an 82.8% whiskey here to try that's as strong as a fucking absinthe.
I don't think that's going to work, is it?
No, it won't. I don't think you'll be able to... Do you want to... Hang on, I've got an idea if you want.
See if we can get one of the me wearing...
that might do it. Hang on. Got it. Yeah. Your nose is in the picture, though.
Oh, when is it not?
Your nose is in the fucking frame. Your massive honker of a nose.
When is my nose not in the picture?
For those who don't know, David's got a big nose. I'll put it, if David's okay with me sharing his nostrils.
No, you haven't got the nose, actually.
Oh, no, it's just your fingers.
My hand.
Oh, sorry, I couldn't tell the difference.
My hand and my hair.
Well, if you don't mind seeing his not-so-olive skin for a change.
Yeah, that's fine, yeah.
But he's actually trying it with a thingamajiggy. It's quite funny.
I'll post it in...
But what we'll do is we're going to go to rye, then chaos, and then we're going to go to the barley, because the barley's the strongest.
I'll post it in the galley for those of you on Meg's Discord.
Yeah, look on the server. David has tried it with... Those are the highest resolution magnifiers I have. Shall we open not the rye being sent, the rye that we have? So why do you need to know how scrawny Dave is? Do we need to know? Because he has a massive nose. Because Dave is love, Dave is life, Dave is bae, Dave is thug. Anyway, indeed. Do you want to open the standard barley so we can? Because we have tried this. This was gifted to me by the whiskey shop.
This one, right?
Raya.
You just said standard barley, which
my apologies, I misspoke. Thank you. I'm going to try again later.
The cork pop is epic on this one. It's a screw top.
Have you tried the bottle that has the worms? Absinthe? Yes, I have. I've tried many an absinthe. I like absinthe. So this is just a screw top of standard rice. We'll just pour it, and yeah, I'll do because we've got a few more to go through, haven't we? This was given to me by Chris at the whiskey shop because he knew about the Storning, so he was like, "I actually have that." It's just a little medicine bottle, 10cl. Yeah. David can put a lot of tasting notes if you want, if you're interested. I don't mind the rye on this one because this is probably one of the first times I've had one I didn't mind. And they do a nice whiskey shop exclusive that's quite strong. But I can't remember what it was. The one with the
malt?
One with the snake. Is that the vodka? Snake one.
They do the Chaos Triple Malt. Oh, the PX Sherry Cask is the whiskey. Is the whiskey shop exclusive.
That was good. That one, I remember that now. That was lovely.
I have whiskey shop store. There's not very much information on there. Let me find it.
Yeah, go to Master Malt.
Good chaps at Master Malt.
Good chaps at Master Malt that we don't buy from as much as we should. Although I haven't bought anything in a while. Quality hoodie shopping requires accurate measurements. It doesn't need it G-dubs. I just normally go XL because it's easier. Long body, long arms, XL. Because again, I have because of my stupid long arms. If I have a short one, if I raise my arms, it's a short body. It just lifts up.
We have some tasting notes.
Okay, well, that's good. Well, we will be opening the Chaos and Barley, just to be clear, and we'll tell you what we think afterwards. What shirt sizes do you two wear? David wears extra small.
No. David wears medium. I'm not that skinny.
Are we sure about that?
Yes.
Because that's baggy on you. And what size is that?
Medium.
Are we sure about this, David?
Yes.
Oh, I'm not asking you to wear Spanx or anything, man, or long johns. I don't know what size I wear, to be fair, but I'm bigger than David, so it doesn't really matter.
No, because you're on my leg, and that hurts. Claw on leg.
It's enough.
I mean, I could look down the label on the back if you want.
I'd rather you did. No, it's the Primark box. It's all different size, isn't it? We need to annoy them. Oh, do we now? Oh, fair enough. Anyway, have a sniff. Tell me what you think. My dad's got into the habit of blowing on whiskies now as well.
So, this was something that they did at the Scotch Whisky Experience as well. They said about doing that. They said,
it's probably where David got it from.
Try it to start with, and you'll just get the alcohol. Then blow it, and then try it again, and you'll get the flavour.
Read the chat. My apologies for not. I was basically, the way we got the mic set up, I'm literally looking at David most of the time.
Yeah, we're on a strange, odd mic that means we're having to look kind of in between each other rather than at the screen.
Let's have a look. What size shirt do you wear?
David does not shop at Gap Kids. I have never been to Gap in my life.
What are your and David's sizes? Sean wants to buy you stuff. I buy always bigger because I go to the gym a lot and it's easier to wear baggy, so I just go XL cos. That makes sense. And David is extra small.
We've already established that with my nose. That's not the case.
Okay, your nose is the exception.
That's why I need a medium. Has to go over my nose.
Your nose is not a medium. My nose is a medium. Your nose is fucking not. Okay. If you buy face masks, you have to buy larger because it has to go around this part of you. Googly, please, doughy. Thank you. We don't do googly eyes. We do doughy eyes. Also, he has lenses so thick he could read my fucking mind.
I'm doing it now. He's just going moist. Moist. We're
not making eye contact and piano music's now playing. No, don't be silly.
Oh, sorry. Oh, moist.
Hoodie, shirt, or cap? Yes. Always hat. I'm wearing
mostly hoodie and cap.
I'm currently wearing a woman beater shirt hat.
He is, yes.
It's because they were £5 in Cork. Because even though you got them for free with the 12-pack of beer, and I was like, I need a new hat. There we go, I'll pay a £5. Done.
Have I gone snorkeling? Yes, I also trained at scuba diving.
No, because I don't like water. I'm not big with bodies of water. Thank you very much.
Unless you're trying to F5 me into them.
That was 13 years ago, and you still have a grudge. Like, come on, man. You deserved it. Why? Because I'm Brock Lesnar.
You are the beast incarnate. This is true. He's back again, apparently.
Yeah, he is. At SummerSlam, he beat the crap out of Cena again.
Yeah.
Who just turned face again.
Yeah.
Impressive. Picture a white guy from Atlantis, the movie. With what? Oh, shirt for David, I think. Hoodie because Meg wear a hat. Because Meg will wear a hat, but David doesn't really. David doesn't wear hats because his head's too small. Your head is tiny.
No, most don't wear a hat. No.
Your head's like you've got a very small head, haven't you? Whereas I've got a massive cancer-filled tumour in my skull here somewhere.
That's all the Stella you keep drinking.
Huh?
That's all the Stella you keep drinking, clearly.
What women am I beating? I've got 3 sisters. Do I look like I beat my sisters? Have you seen how much they are? Please.
Perhaps if you did, they'd fall in line more.
Do you want that? So I didn't this time when I went on holiday. I didn't bother cleaning the whole house. I cleaned the rooms I walked through instead. So it was the dining room, the kitchen, the hallway.
Yeah.
And I obviously used the shower, so I cleaned the downstairs bathroom. Yeah, that was it. Other than my bedroom, nothing else was touched. Not that anyone could tell, because within 10 minutes, so it was a little bit later this time, they did it again.
It took them 10 minutes, wow.
A little bit later because they were unpacking.
Okay.
Yeah, there was a strawberry tart for you in the house, by the way, but I don't know if it's still there now. I bought 4 this morning, and I was like, oh, it'll be over early. Not here, is he? Fair enough.
Yeah, we had some communication issues earlier in the day.
Yeah, David, I didn't have my phone on. I don't have alerts for Discord. He messaged me over Discord, so I never saw the alert asking me when, So I basically sold the stuff. I wasn't, by the way, just to be clear, wasn't annoyed, bothered at all. I just thought, maybe he's coming over later. I don't know. Fuck it, I'll just do it now because I'm bored. Didn't go to the gym. Thought, screw it, I'll just do it now. Took ages because all the mounting. There were 16 mounting brackets. Took me ages. Yes. What would Leona like to wear? Nothing. She doesn't like wearing clothes.
No.
She's a Ferengi woman. She just likes her earlobes rubbed and wants to be admired for her body. She wants you to objectify her, Sean Bunkins.
And, send her feet pics.
She loves feet pics. Anyway, the rye one. This is quite nice. It's a good opening whiskey. It's not too complicated. It's not too much. It's lovely. Yeah, I like it.
Sweet. It's nice and smooth.
Yeah, it's smooth. It's a rye, which always threw me. But it's 48% or 46%.
48.
Yeah, it's got a bit of a kick, but it's not too much. Don't tell people that. It's a bit late now.
Broke out the painting spec. Yes, we did.
Yeah, they're basically what I use for when I do detail painting, and it made sense to give him the enhanced visual. Just to confirm, it is a misprint. David has the Infinity. We both had the Maraude.
Yes.
But I now own the 82.8.
So whoever said about having a high proof thing in the chat earlier, get wrecked.
Yeah, there isn't much higher than that, I promise you that. But it's not a whiskey if it's that. I promise you, it doesn't go that high.
82.8 is like more than it goes into the casket.
The betrayal. All the betrayal. Hobbit feet pics for her. Yempi, the betrayal wasn't me this time then, was it? It was the German.
Ah, yes. The
There's
Deutsche.
There's something in that. Like, it's sweet and cloy. It's a bit weird. I don't know how to manured. We haven't had a manured whiskey yet.
No. Although, thank you for the birthday present, Yempi. That was very kind of you.
It's nice.
As much as we mock you for being German, you did send me a birthday present.
German.
You'll be pleased to know that although wasted on me because I heard them, the plethora of happy birthday sparkles were not wasted because I gave them to some.
You haven't put my socks out.
No, not for you. No, friend of the family's daughter was birthday, and I gave her a present, and I coated it with all of your sparkly things.
My birthday was shit, and I saw her earlier, and I was like, "Why didn't you just come over here? I would have gotten you cake and pizza." Like,
yeah,
fam.
I think she's had a better birthday this weekend.
Did she tell you what happened afterwards? I told her that.
No,
I gave her birthday pizza.
Oh, okay, excellent.
Like, I was literally in my sister's living room doing the wardrobe, and I was like, "But she hasn't realised I've just walked right next to her."
Yeah, she's quite dopey.
And I was like, "You know what? Also so special about your birthday?" She's like, "What? How old are you again?" 16. Good. Well, more like the flick of the finger on the leg, just the weird little slappy sound it makes. I was like, birthday beats!
She opened it last night, and they went all over the floor. There was a big clean-up operation.
She's special needs, I'm sorry. By the way, birthday beats are fair game for anyone. Male or female, don't care. You get them. I don't give a crap. You get them. There's a guy at the gym, he's 50-something, and he told me his birthday, and I went up to him, and I just loosely went, 1. He was like, what's that for? Why'd you say 1? I'm like, 2. He's like, what the fuck are you doing? I'm like, 3. And then one of the guys who worked there came over and went, wait, what are you doing? I'm like, it's his birthday. 4. He's like, can I shin kick him? Like, I mean, it's his birthday beat, so you can. He's like, I'm going to fucking shin kick you cunt on the Peloton. But everyone can get it. It's easy. Whereas I just flick my hand and this weird little cracking sound happens. It sounds like a rat tail.
Yeah.
It sounds really horrible, but it's actually the lightest flick I could ever do.
Cover your nose. Bingo's just...
I was farted.
I just heard it.
He's been doing that for a while. It's fine. You get used to it. I'm going to send this because I want to try one of the ones that have been sent. So, what's the Danish version of that?
Yes. What's the Danish version of like Cheers or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
To Megan, he had a fashion show. Honestly, I could have a fashion. Strongest whiskey has 92% ABV. I'm not convinced it's whiskey at that point.
No,
that
I'm pretty
like
sure it's still new make spirit.
That sounds like a spirit drink. That sounds like pain, pure, unadulterated pain. I do have an Anox set at some point. Would be nice to go through. 92%, I wouldn't be able to do that.
No, that's kind of sniff it at best.
That's what you do when you want to commit suicide. Like, you do that knowing it's going to burn everything on the inside. What's up, Stina? Well, we're supposed to do a
Wait,
Swedish one instead.
Please tell me it's not Meg. Please tell me the Danish for cheers is not Meg.
Meg! No, it was Shambunkins. Stina's Swedish.
Stina's, yeah. Cheers. She likes
Skull.
fika.
Oh, Skull.
Skull.
Fair enough.
Okay, so same as for Brothers of Metal then.
Yeah. And the Valhalla.
Yeah.
Right, so
I hate
would
the
you
back of
buy the
Valhalla.
bottle? I would buy you the bottle, but it's over a K. I mean, you can buy me something else if you like. We've got a wish list.
Yeah.
There's a not worth a Cork one actually, with much more affordable whiskies on it on purpose. So next we're going to fully open one bottle of the one sent to us. Your birthday, which I'm really good. Well, I'm 40 next year. I'm getting a bit older. I do want to try and get an age state one that matches.
Less common for an age stable whiskey.
There's a famous grouse I can get. Chaos is next. Would David like to tell us what's on the bottle?
A label.
Marvellous. What's on that label, David?
First...
Writing, you're right. What else is on there, David?
Black and gold.
And red.
And red, yeah. So, first fill and virgin barrels. Doesn't say specifically what's virgin barrel. Triple malt whiskey.
Unusual. Single malt usually. Triple this time, though.
Specially selected cask. Multiple casks finished.
Yeah, so I did look that up, and I'm pretty sure that there's one is a sherry cask.
It says 19.8. I'm assuming that's meant to be 49.8% volume.
Show me. It's a slight wear on the label.
Yeah.
It's 49.8. It's technically 4 years old, just over. Bottle number 608. Continue. What else does it say?
Bottled December 23.
It's not that. It's
Floor malted dried fired pot stills. So that's a different type of still, I assume.
Pot still,
And
single pot still.
obviously
Scotch
it's
Irish.
Danish chaos whiskey.
Yeah, this is first of two we're opening. So it's distillery edition, so it's not the standard. David, crack that bad boy open. I like you have your thumbnail just about long enough to be able to do that. 'Cause I can't do that.
It's a good satisfying. It has a special like raised tab.
Yeah, every time I try and do that, it doesn't work, so I have to pull it. Oh, that just doesn't work off, does
Doesn't
it?
go off, no. But right, we do appear to have a cork, so we will prepare.
Shambunkins, we know this is not your bathtub one. Don't worry, we'll get to it soon. Ooh.
Oh,
So, for those who don't know, Shambunkins has the barley one in the bathtub. Like drinking one.
okay, that you're gonna like. Hello, bacon.
Chaos. How appropriately named. Alright then, buddy. Just pour it. Fucking just go.
Day 4.
Don't stint. We've been sent free whiskey. Well, technically.
Free whiskey minus the import fee.
Okay.
But let's face it,
I'm getting like
80
I
quid is a lot better
got
than
bacon.
1200
I got
quid
bacon on the first. I got bacon on the first sniff. Now I'm getting like candy sweets, like the love hearts.
Yeah. It's sweet and meaty. Is this what they call umami?
It might be Iranu Uvavu. I have no idea. It could be anything. I like that I put a fresh bottle of water there, a bowl of water there for the dogs.
Yeah.
Fucking Bingo and Mia drank most of it. Wizzy's now taking up the remnants.
It's rare to see. If you can hear this in the background, you're hearing a rare thing. Wizzy having a drink.
She kind of needs to. She's never drinks enough. She's much worse than me half the time, to be honest.
And me.
Yeah, well, you drink at night though. She does
Yeah.
no water at night.
Yeah, I drink more at night than in the day.
I don't drink at night at all. Do you want to turn the fan off, by the way? Because it's nice and cool now. That button there. Only put it on because I thought it was too warm in here. Okay, so Shambunkins. Skull, I guess. Yeah, Skull. Skull, yes.
That smells very good.
Oh, there's a bit more. There's a lot going on there. Oh, smoky.
Yeah.
Sweet, meaty.
I think
Very sweet. My dog is balking. If you can hear her, by the way.
No. Bingo's going to investigate the balk.
The balking is Wizzy.
Oh, it's Wizzy. She's disappeared.
Yeah,
Okay.
I recognise her balk.
Oh, okay.
I know my dog's balk.
Okay, so Wizzy is balking at nothing. That means
it's nothing for sure.
if Wizzy is balking, that means there's literally nothing there.
Oh yeah, I've got a video the other day on my phone. I leaned out my room because I was recording here. Leaned out the office. I looked, and she's balking on the decking at nothing. I've got it on video. I'm going to upload it as a short on the main channel.
Yeah.
It's 17 seconds, and my dog just balking. I'm like, This is what I put up with on a daily basis, by the way, guys.
If you ever get a sense that one of my videos is a bit disjointed, this is probably what happened.
Yeah. This is a lovely whiskey.
I had to spam stop on the recording because the dog balked.
What is the percentage on this again? 40...
19.8.
19.8% whiskey.
49.
No, it's 49. It does say 49, but it's just there's a little scratch on the label.
So multiple cask. So first one virgin barrels triple malt whiskey.
I've never had a triple malt.
Is it free? Do they mean it's 3 separate malts mixed together, or obviously they've then said multiple casks finished? So have they done one malt and then finished it in 3 different casks separately, like different ages in different casks?
I think
I
think triple malt is a cute way of saying blended.
Could be.
Triple malt would mean 3 different single malts put together.
Sean Bumpkins, maybe you can enlighten us.
Well, no, don't you try and lick it, motherfucker.
Bingo's gone for the whiskey. He smelt the bacon too.
You aren't old enough, bitch tits.
No, you're definitely not. Well, I don't know. You might be in dog years.
Dog's liver can't handle it.
Is he in dog years?
He's 3, so he's 21.
Yeah. So
no. He's a small dog, so he's at best 18, but he's not.
That went well, Bingo.
So for those who don't know what Bingo just did, he was on my lap and he decided to try and cross the bridge and go to David's lap and immediately fell over.
He dropped down between the 2 laps and the 2 chairs.
It is a blend, yeah. So triple malt it's 3 single malts. So if it's those put together, it's a blend. But that's not bad. Blended whiskey gets a lot of crap. It really does, but unnecessarily so. Don't forget
I'm smelling like charred steak as well.
The coup de grace of all blended whiskies is Johnny Walker Blue. It is the absolute magnum opus of blended whiskies, right? It doesn't mean no one can compete. It's just, fam, she's getting seen up. Well, she is 13, so in dog years for her size, she's about 88.
Yeah.
No, 78, sorry.
She's small, but she's feisty.
She's a gobby bitch. She doesn't lick, though, so I'm okay with it.
No.
This is really nice. This is a rum cask as well. No, that's not the other one.
No, the next one.
Yeah.
No, the other one. The one we're not having is rum
The
cask.
rye we didn't have, yeah. Okay.
Barbados rum.
Yeah. This is lovely, this. Really nice. Very lovely drink. Are you two sitting knee to knee? We are close enough.
Nearly, yeah.
So I don't have to, because I project my voice better than David. David is nearer the mic because he has to be.
Yes. So, as I'm speaking to you now, I'm green/yellow on our bars for the sound.
Yeah.
Where I was sitting initially, I was barely registering green.
Yeah, so we do have to change this up a little bit, because otherwise David is not heard. And if I'm a little bit quieter...
Hey, Borky.
What up? My dog has returned. What the actual hell? I just got a side-by-side ad with your live on one side and ad on the other. Wait, what? You get side-by-sides? Sweet.
Well, that's better, because it means you don't miss our thrilling content whilst watching a stupid ad.
We had 23 live viewers and I got an ad. Interesting. I did see only Wise Hermit complained earlier about the ad, and I'm like, I'm not going to keep turning ads off for all my students. I'll do it for the Gorals, because I do those on a regular. Yeah. This one I'm not going to bother, because, no. Sounds sus. Everything is sus. So what do you think of the whiskey, David?
This is really nice.
It's 4 seconds, by the way, because it's 4-year-old whiskey.
I think I can cope with filling the chat for that one, so I'll let you do that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here we go.
No, kidding. It was fine. That was delicious. A bit warm. Actually, it builds quite quickly, actually.
I'll try it as well.
Yeah, try it, because that builds heat quick. It doesn't linger. It's like, I'm going to catch you. Yeah. You can feel it now.
Yeah.
That was like, holy shit, that was fast. Interesting.
Yeah, it escalates.
Chaos hinted. Indeed.
Yeah.
There's a lot of confusing flavours, but really nice flavours.
So, shall I find... We didn't actually do...
Well,
if you taste that it's a normal chaos. And...
Yeah, find the normal chaos. You can get a chaos set with a pen. I saw it on the internet and I was like, why do I want a pen? I've got a singleton pen. Why do I want more pens? I have loads of pens. I have too many pens. Very thrilling. Hey.
Right, so the Whiskey Design Edition Standard Chaos, which is 46%.
We should send Meg some Hembrandt, licorice, and Surströmming. So I like licorice. I actually really do. I'm not really big on fermented fish, and I don't know what the first thing is, unless it's fika in the form of cookies and cream. Hembrandt.
So apparently, chaos is a reference to a Danish Prime Minister Thorvald Storning, whose campaign slogan was "Storning eller Chaos," Storning or Chaos. So basically, vote him or vote for disaster.
Oh, lovely. That's very peaceful.
He helped the Socialist Democratic Party win the 1935 election.
Oh, I lost interest.
Fair enough. Tasting notes are toasted and burnt cereal with a dusting of but I think they mean with a dusting of baking spice, maple syrup and dark chocolate on the nose.
We got though.
Yeah, this is
Yeah,
not quite the same.
no.
Palate is smoky spice and a drizzle of treacle.
Okay.
Caramel digestives and cocoa supported by dried apple and sultana sweetness.
Interesting.
Finish smoke lingers alongside lotus biscuits, vanilla and raisin.
Vanilla. None of it applicable to us.
No.
Interesting. Very interesting, actually.
But obviously, yeah, so it's 3% stronger, the distillery one, than the.
Yeah. Well, that's interesting because we can't just write down. Weirdly, they'd be shut up in their crates at the moment, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
So they've managed to forego it by coming up here instead. Arseholes.
Smart doggos. Well done.
Very smart. Yes. Well, I'm happy to be here.
You'll be shouted soon, but smart doggos.
Ah, well, no, 20 minutes at least. Yeah. This is a delightful whiskey. I really enjoyed this. Thank you for sending us, Shumbunkins.
Thank you. That's very kind of you to consider doing so. It's very kind of you to get distillery exclusive things, and it is very nice.
Well, I'll tell you what, take a big glug. Take a decent glug of your glass. Tastes very. Well, that's an interesting. I'll take your word for it.
Do I need to Google this now?
No. Let's leave it in the realm of mystery because it's funnier. Take a decent glug because I think we can work this down to
to a Dave sip, do I?
Yeah, do a Dave sip. It's a really good, solid drinker. I did a Dave sip. That goes nice. Very nice.
It
solid.
is warm.
Oh yeah, but it's a nice solid drink.
This would be good around a fire.
Yeah, that's a bonfire drink.
That is a bonfire drink. Yeah,
that's a bonfire drink. That's really nice. I'm curious to see whether the barley's a bathtub
toasting
drink.
your big pigs in blankets.
Because I only do showers. I'm curious if this is only bathtub or if I can have a barley in the shower.
That'd be a different version of the Instagram image. That one did well. The monkey shoulder on the shower, didn't it?
It's a short. I'm on location today, having a shower. Do forgive, but like a man, I only wash my hair and balls apparently. So
for the rest of me, I use Storning barley.
Yeah. It's next to my shower gel and my loofah thing, the jiggy doodah thing, and my soap. Yes, does it work? It does until the water in the shower hits it. It's even worse when the soap gets in. What a waste of perfectly good whiskey.
But props to Monkey Shoulder for liking that early Instagram image. That one.
Oh yes, jeez.
The monkey shoulder in the shower.
I forgot about that. For those who don't know, I basically decided we've uploaded a few pictures to Instagram. I did one where I just put I put some comment about running out of where was it? Go find the image because I put a silly. Oh, you put your torch on. I put
not intentional hitting.
I put a cute little image on the Instagram because I was like, yeah, it was right down the bottom somewhere, and I basically put it in. It was something about taking the monkey shot, needing a loofah in the shower or something. I don't remember. It was so daft, and no, it's not that. No, it was in the shower, literally in the shower.
I just saw the monkey shoulder and clicked.
David's having a quick look, but yeah, it was a daft comment. And basically, over the years, we've gotten likes from distilleries.
I think you might have archived it.
We'll go to the archives then.
Got 2 monkey shoulders and I don't see a shower.
It might have been archived. Yeah, go check the archives. Yep. But yeah, we've basically been collecting replies and likes from distilleries. And when we do, we just make it a point to. I'll go and look. It's fine.
No?
You read the chat and talk to them while I go and get it. Don't worry, I've got this. I've got it.
I'm confused because I can't. Oh, there we go. It's there.
Yeah. Okay. So what I wrote. Okay. So hear me out. My loofah was in the shop. Yeah, my loofah was in the shop. Urgent repairs, and I needed something with a nice thick shape to aid me in vital backwashing duty. And the image. You see that little logo there? The paper airplane.
Yeah.
You can now take that and copy it and share it with the chat on YouTube if you want to go and do that. So people can go and see. No, tap it. Yeah, and then copy link somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I basically did that. Monkey Shoulder replied with eyes and lips, didn't they? The shocked emoji.
Yeah.
I was like, yes.
Right.
It was just a joke.
Let me join the stream. I've got an ad.
Yeah, it was just a joke. It was funny. And they liked it. And then we made it a point to get likes from other distilleries. And so we do. and that's great because we want to have a bit of fun.
Oh yeah.
Yes, go give it a
From
like.
Switzerland, the owner. That's a bit foreign for you, isn't it?
Oh, 7 seals from Switzerland. Oh, I did wonder.
Nice. I feel like that's something we should try.
Well, definitely the port and peat one. I'll compare it with Ben Riach.
There's a stream.
That's a strong stream.
Peaty Port.
Oh,
Port of Peat.
pretty sure I've got a Bunnahabhain that might be that. Might do. Anyway, should we
If
send
not,
this?
I'm pretty sure I can buy a Bowmore in duty free.
Burnmore or Burnmore?
Well, hang on. Yeah, Bowmore.
Oh no, I'm trusting you. I just want. I just
took a photo. I will find it of the
Skull. Let's get this whiskey down, shall we, buddy?
Yeah.
Get the whiskey down. Don't fuck about.
I'm sure I took a photo of it. Ooh. Oh yeah, so they had some expensive Bowmores in duty free as well.
That is a shot. That is a really nice shot, by the way.
I thought I'd taken a photo of them.
You remember Leona? Pepperidge Farm remembers too. That is a lovely whiskey, by the way.
Oh,
yeah, it's a good one, isn't it? That is really nice.
It's a little bit sharp, but
yeah.
Oh my god, there's a lot of flavour in that.
Oh yeah, very nice. Can't say no to that. Well, we are coming up to the final whiskey we're going to be trying for the evening. Although, have anything else I want to? You've tried the Glen. Oh, the other thing we took was a Glenallachie. It wasn't the Octomore. It was the Glenallachie.
Ah.
The 10-year-old. Because remember I gave it to Chris and Thingy, wasn't it? Yeah.
That was the other one in duty free.
Well, I'd try that.
That was one I was tempted to buy.
That's a Burnmore 16-year-old ruby port cask. Very nice.
I think that might be one I.
You missed the review of Chaos. Well, David can summarize it with the following one word.
Yes.
Distillery edition is absolutely fantastic, and also being it free.
See also, Chaos, bacon, smoky, tasty, gives more.
Yeah. Where's your wish list, Fiona? Could you get the not worth a cork wish list and the main wish list, please? I know there's two separate ones. If not, I can try and get. Actually, I can probably go and get them.
You have PTS. Yes, you have. No, I was trying to think of a clever way of using the PTSD acronym for port whiskey.
Okay, so that's. I don't know if you have. I think only you have access to the main wish list, don't you? I think you do. The not worth cork one as well, because there's one that. So basically, there are two. There's one for me, and then not worth.
There's
a cork.
Not worth a list.
Thank you. There's a not worth a cork one as well, because that way, if anyone buys this whiskey, it is shared equally between myself, David, and my father. Because my dad's been on the show, and I wanted to make sure he also got something as well. Oh, you don't have the not worth cork one? Okay. Do you have it, David? You do, don't you?
I'm on it, but I don't. Can I share it? That's the question.
You should be able to, shouldn't you?
I am on it, but I don't know if I can.
Top
share.
corner.
Remove, invite, search.
Shared collaborator. Oh, interesting. I don't
appear to be able to share the link.
Give me a second. I'll go and get it. If I go,
I can add stuff to it, but I don't appear to be able to share it.
It's okay. I'll go and get it.
Apologies, guys. Bear with us 2 seconds.
Wish list. Share it.
Plus, maybe.
That's adding people.
View only. Like something view only.
Okay.
I don't have that option on mine.
Right, view only.
Yeah.
Here is the whiskey wish list for not worth the cork. Hopefully it's correct. If not, I do apologise. It should be correct though. It's on Not Worth the Cork's Instagram. We have some random bits and bobs in here. What the fuck did that get put in there? Was it you or me? Oh, it was me.
That was you. That wasn't me.
So I saw some bits and bobs last night, and I was like, screw it, I'll put it in there. Why is that there? Wrong the account. Anyway, so to the last whiskey, another from Shumbunkins. Once David consumes the beverage.
Is aggro really a beverage?
Yes. So the last
Although
whiskey,
they were making us do
43
palate
likes, Dave,
cleanses.
43 likes. Damn, we got
Right,
loads of
thank you very much. I'm old now. Do I age extra?
No.
That was one thing a lot of the places in Scotland were doing. They were getting you to have the water to clean your palate.
You should. We've been doing it for years anyway. So the last whiskey we're going to have from Shumbunkins is the barley. The 82.8%. Does anyone want to read this to us actually properly? Read it all properly, yeah?
Storning Danish whiskey, barley distillery edition, rye and muscatel.
Oh, muscatel.
Second fill.
Oh.
So it's been used before.
Oh no, it's a Johnny.
Hopefully not sloppy seconds.
Oh God. Oh dear God.
Single malt whiskey. Specially selected casks. Distillery exclusive whiskey. Spelt without an E.
Good.
Good measure.
Good.
Single cask / cask strength whiskey. Distilled 17th of October 2019. Bottled April 2024.
5-year-old.
Bottle number 186. Cask number 547.
You're going backwards. I see why.
35 cl contents. Alcohol 82.8%.
We have confirmed this. The 8 and the 6 don't look the same. It is an 8. It is 82. It's not really, but
so floor malted. I'm wondering if that means what I think it means. So in Scotland, they used to they used to have the malt on the floor, and they used to have someone. And actually, coming back to Monkey Shoulder,
I've seen videos of it.
Yeah. So do you know Monkey Shoulder?
Yes, I do know. It's in my bar.
That is the ironic term for the injury the people got from pulling the churn, rake, whatever, through the malt on the malting floor.
So that's like tennis elbow.
Yeah.
And repetitive wank injury.
So Monkey Shoulder is actually named after the injury people got from turning the malt when they were trying to heat it, and obviously,
So Shambunkins dubs this the bathtub barley. Whenever I've streamed and they've mentioned having a bathtub drink, it's always the bathtub barley. Considering
how much water is in this, then, if it's a bathtub drink?
How fucking strong is it? I know it's 62.8, really.
Yeah.
But it says 82, so we're going to treat it as 82.8.
I've not had much Moscatel. One of the nicest ones I've had is a Kalila, which was Moscatel.
Have we had that? We've had a Moscatel.
That was one I had a long time ago as a sample.
We've had a Moscatel.
We've had something, but I can't remember what it was. It was Moscatel. But I really liked it. It was 1997 Kalila Distillers Edition Moscatel cask. And you can't get it, and that was lush. That was an early sample I had. I will defoil it, but I'll let you pop this one because obviously, I have the nail for the foil, and you haven't opened one yet, so the stallings.
We've had a Moscatel. I just don't know which one it is. Very well, my turn.
So as these are Meg's, we are making sure Meg opens one.
Oh, moist. And yes, Lucario, yes.
It doesn't taste like burning.
Oh,
to be fair, a lot of the stuff we have doesn't taste like burning. Some things do, but most.
I know what that smell is. Yeah, I recognise it and I like it already. I'm going to write it down and see if you get the same smell. Give me a sec.
I recognise it, but I can't think what the name of it is. It's not pear drops, it's not licorice. Something sweet.
It's in the territory of the Nice. It is in the territory.
It's not ginger.
No, it's in the territory of licorice.
Clove.
It's not licorice. It's in the territory of licorice, but it's not. It's in that Basset all sort flavour area. I don't know fully what it is, but it's that Basset all sort thing. It's sugary. It's a little bit licoricey. I think it's like an all sort.
I don't know the name. I can't name it, but it is very familiar.
Yeah.
So this is the barley we're now on. Oh.
Say when.
Dave now has like a quad.
Because he didn't say when.
So, Meg's dad, if you're watching, I have what you would consider a double.
And if you want to send him a heron, good luck, motherfucker. Yeah, so I'll put it back with you. Time check. We'll be good for this one, and then we'll wind down. This is an interesting one. So,
Darlings, oh god, she's definitely been drinking.
That's a bit harsh. Okay, so
it's Leona. She never calls us darlings.
Yeah, it's a nice. This one smells a lot smoother than the previous one. This one smells sweeter, less meaty, but it smells like it's got great potential. But then 62.8% being what its actual ABV is.
Yeah.
You're drinking this in the bathtub. Are you basically just absorbing the water? Are you watering your drink down through your skin?
Osmosis watering down.
Very well.
No, it's not the skull.
Skull.
Ooh. Ho ho!
You can drink this in a bathtub.
Are we sure that's not 82%?
Oh, that's really nice. That's good. It's got a bit of a tingly on my tongue, but it's really nice and
It's a bit peppery. There's a bit of heat,
Yeah,
but
it
it definitely does give you a bit of a kicking.
Oh yeah, shorter finish than the previous one, though. I think for me, anyway.
Yeah.
Shorter finish, but really, really nice. I'm tempted to go and look through my books and find Moscatel because I know I would have put it in one of them.
Also, if you hear snoring, that's the dogs. We haven't fallen asleep on you. You drink it neat in the bar.
Of course you fucking do. Do you have a toaster by chance nearby?
She's had an espresso martini. She likes this for a bit. Yeah, probably. She's both drunk and hyper. Alcohol and coffee. They're like, yeah, vicious combo. He is literally now going through the book looking.
Well, my current book. I thought maybe Downwall 14, but that's
Book
PX.
3, is it?
Yeah, book 3. Downwall was a PX, the one you had. We had a Moscatel at some point. I know we have. I remember us talking about it. I just don't find any bait. No, it would be them.
No,
Berry
they're
Brown
not, by
Red
the way.
Kalila. No. Unhaven 30. No. Ben Scotia. No.
Ooh,
Oh,
did you see
no.
the? Did you get the email today? It's a new whiskey shop
12-year-old.
exclusive 12-year-old Glen Scotia.
Yeah, I
45 quid.
Yeah, I
It's
might.
not bad.
I might grab that.
Yeah.
Tora Vague. Nope. I already. Oh God, I don't remember
It's
drinking
not the
these.
Gordon MacPhail Kalila, is it?
No.
No.
I wouldn't be in that book anyway. It'd be in the previous one of the earlier ones. That is, by the way, that is a really nice whiskey so far. I don't think any of them are bad.
No.
They're all, because again, these are pleasant little surprises. These, like the Johnny Walker Black Ruby and the HMY, lovely little surprises.
Yeah.
And I want a bottle of this. I'll keep this. It's really nice. It's delightful whiskies. No complaints from me anyway, because I get to have some.
You
nice...
just lick that.
Yeah.
Fun fact.
Which side do you lick?
Not me.
Your dad? Did he? Oh, fuck. Oh, that's even better. That's amazing. Oh, your dad's in my mouth. Hello, Dr. David Dad. Or do I call you Daddy? Well, the reason I mentioned looking for the Moscatel is because I know I've had Moscatel casks before. I just don't remember which one. You having problems with it, David?
I just held it for 5 seconds. Woo! That definitely builds.
I thought I'd stiff it for 5 instead. I'll do 5. Count to 5 for me, yeah?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. You're at 5. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You had about 15 seconds for that.
I was hoping you'd do it in Danish.
I don't know it in Danish. I can do it in German, Chinese. I can't do it in Russian anymore. Maybe French. Yeah. Ichi ni go san. No, so Japanese. Ichi ni go san roku.
Oh. That is a very moist drink.
It does make you moist. In the mouth.
Does make you very nice.
Oh.
Very nice. It's
Salad.
lovely. So for those who are curious, on the image, so we had the barley in the middle. The rye in the middle. Chaos in the middle. Barley on the left is what we're currently on. The rye to the right, I'm not going to open on principle. I really like that. What do you think?
I think I prefer the chaos.
Yeah.
But I like this as well. This is very nice.
Can you pass them both to me for a second, please? Yeah, brilliant. So it's lucky you said that because I was going to give you chaos anyway.
When?
I want the misprint.
Of course you do.
I wanted the misprint.
That's fine. I'll take my 19.8.
So
19.6%.
I hope you don't take issue with this, but I'm going to give chaos to David because I was always going to give it to him. I told Leona I was going to do it, so Leona can confirm. I was going to do that.
She's been drinking. I'm not sure she can.
The barley was going to be put in the cupboard with my other stuff, but I was going to keep barley because David's got Infinity as a misprint.
Yes.
I wanted my own misprint, so I'm keeping this. This is mine now.
Thank you.
Licked by David.
We've just sufficiently licked each other's bottles.
Well, licked our own bottles.
Our own bottles now, yeah.
Correction, David. I have not licked that bottle. In fact, you are now the first to lick it.
Huzzah! Freshly licked.
Give it here a second, I want to borrow it. Is it still wet? Good. Good.
Yeah, you can lick that one that's going in your cupboard.
I bet before you do it. No, that's, the barley, I like the barley. I like both, to be fair.
Yeah, both are very nice.
The plan was, because I was given 3, I was like, if I keep one in the cupboard, I can give one to David and keep one for myself. This will go behind the bar, the barley will. Chaos goes with David, so it will never be opened again. Although you could share. No, your dad won't drink that. Maybe? No. No. Dude, it's not peaty.
It's not, no, he might try it.
I mean, if you find that, if you say to your dad, sponsored whiskey stream, Stalling Distillery, given a free whiskey.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, in reality, that's actually factually correct.
Yes.
Allegra, hi. Why are we licking bottles? It's a tradition David and I've had.
You're clearly new here. Tell us you're new without telling us you're new.
So, David, do you want to tell them why we do this?
I don't know why we do it. We've been doing it for years.
So, I don't know why we do it.
I remember why it started.
I don't remember either. I just know that we do. But I know that a few years ago when David turned 34, 35?
It was before that.
No, when you were in the cabin.
Oh, well, okay, yeah, fair.
So
yeah.
I'm going to go with that.
That was 35.
Right, so when he turned 35, he came here for his birthday, and I decided to ask all my family members to pay for bottles of whiskey, and members of the server did as well.
And various other treats, including like glasses and...
Well, yes, but there were 8
yeah.
bottles of whiskey.
9.
And... No, it was 9 became the Baileys afterwards. It was 8.
Okay, there were 9 photos.
Yeah, 9 photos, because I then got... myself, my brother-in-law, my friend of the family, all my nieces and nephews to lick the bottles, which was the last gift he was given. And there's a photo, not on Instagram, but there's a photo I've got of him.
I'm currently sat. So basically, Meg decided to give this in stages. So I had to put a blanket over my head.
It was a towel.
And I was given several things to hold, and then take the towel off, which I couldn't do because I had harmful. So one of the nieces had to do it.
Yeah.
And then I had bottles of whiskey.
Yeah.
And then I was told to put the towel back on. And then they gave me more.
Yep.
And then I had to have the towel removed again, and I had more whiskey. I had 8 bottles in my arms.
Yep.
And then Meg was like, "I've got something else for you."
Yeah. And then so 2 things that are important here. Firstly, he had to take a photo with all the bottles in his arms. With his arms, very tricky, hilarious, with a tiara and everything.
Yes, I had a special birthday girl tiara.
I had a shag rug on my floor covered in glitter.
You did, yeah.
That couldn't. It ended up getting binned. It was just Lizzie ruined it when she pissed on it. But I then gave him a photo frame with 9 Polaroids, and at the top it says, "You should have seen this coming,"
yeah,
or something like that. I think the bottom said that. The top said something else.
No, "You should have seen this coming" is at the top, and then there's the photos of all the people licking the bottles,
and at the bottom,
and then it's just you saying ha 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 ha.
Yeah. It was 9 Polaroids on a rather large frame of all of us having all the kids did it as a joke because it was just like they didn't know what to do. Me and the brother-in-law, the friend of the family, we made it sexual. Yeah. Like, my brother-in-law was, like, cradling it, like, in both his arms, like, friend of the family...
I was given their age, I'm glad the niece and nephew didn't do it that way.
Friend of the family took one of the bottles and just went, like he was throating it.
He looked like he was deep throating it.
And mine looks like I've just smushed it into my face. It's just,
I think 1 or 2 of the niece and nephews got into spirit and it was like full tongue out.
And just to be clear, they were all different bottles. Yeah. No one licked the same bottle. So it all stemmed... It went back earlier than that, yes, but that's the one, like, where it really then spiraled.
That's the big... Yeah.
Because it's carried on since.
I think it started in the whiskey shop.
It might have to.
I think one of us just went, "Mine," and licked it, and we're like, "We got to touch it."
Quick thing: who's more likely to have done that in a whiskey shop, you or me?
I was going to try and avoid naming names, but that was you.
I don't want to claim credit, but you're saying it, and we're like, in our heads, who's the dickhead? Really? Like, come on.
I want to say it was a bottle that I was buying and you licked it. Was that mine?
That sounds plausible. Yeah.
So since then we just lick stuff.
Do you still want this? And then he took photos of shit of my niece licked, and my nieces have too.
Yeah.
And I've done it to him. I've kept him. It's like I'm gonna keep doing it.
I was staying in the cabin, and one morning, the nieces that live here came up to the cabin, and we hang out in the morning and just chat nonsense because kids do. Yeah. So one morning they came up and I was like, "Right, I've got a job for you guys. Right, go in that cabinet, pick a bottle, I'm going to take a photo of you licking it. So they all did. And then whenever we eventually got to that bottle, I was like, yo, Meg, here's a photo of niece licking bottle.
I remember getting those. I like that. I think we did to my dad, didn't we? We put the Polaroids on the Nika days.
The Nika days.
We put them at the bottom and he didn't know. And then he got to the bottom and was like, the fuck?
Why is there what's this bit of card? What the fuck have you done?
You motherfuckers. And then he...
Boys! I need a word.
So basically, a couple of years ago, my dad turned 60 and I was asked by my sisters to buy him a special bottle. Now, David and I had just been to the whiskey shop and we saw a lovely guy at work called Rob. Yeah. And so we were eating Burger King in Norwich and we were like...
Yeah, we had to have a Burger King. Yeah. And we were at Burger King and we got this message.
Yeah, and we were like, okay.
We've forgotten Dad's birthday. Can you buy him something?
So we saunter back and I'm like, and we're like, oh no, we're back here. What a shame. Yo, my dad's more of a blend mixer kind of guy. I've got just a whiskey for you. And he pulls out Nika Days and then Dave and I take Polaroids of us licking the bottle. We didn't tell him. We just left it at the bottom. He didn't know until he got to the bottom and was like, he literally took the bottle out and opened it and was like, what the fuck is this at the bottom? And he looks and he's like, you cunt.
Much like the owner, we sent her a care package.
Actually,
and Yempi, when we sent her a care, although she didn't get any Polaroids, she just got the note.
She got the note.
She got the note explaining who'd licked what.
So we did include Polaroids. Was that the one? Is that the one I've sent, or is that the one we haven't sent yet? With the owner.
I hope it's one you've sent. Otherwise, we just ruined the fun. It was a few months ago, so you must have sent that by now.
I think I might have. I don't know. We'll go and lick the rest to make sure it's all fully covered. Yeah.
But yeah, we licked the one for Yempi, and we because she's German, we were very efficient. We made a list of everything that was been licked, and we put that in there.
We did?
Yeah.
Did we?
Yeah, because you wrote it out on the kitchen table because you had better handwriting.
Oh yeah. I don't remember doing it.
Then my family friend posted it when she was back in Germany.
Oh yes, your lovely family friend, the one who drank hot water.
Yes. Because she got herself drunk on gin the night before.
Yes, I like your...
She was still hungover.
She was lovely, and it's a shame I couldn't obviously join you guys, because I would have had an absolute laugh, no doubt in my mind. And it would have been great to hang out with your cousin again.
Oh, you would have done, because I drank her mum out of 3 bottles of whiskey.
Only 3, please. I think we could have done better than that, don't you think?
Well, yeah, if you were there, we would have done better.
Oh, yeah, so we would have absolutely made a meal of it.
Yeah, I'm sure what you and my cousin are cooking up at some point.
I'd better get new photos. I need them for the voodoo dolls. Go get in that box, get them out. Get them photos out of that box. There's a dog behind you, by the way. Be careful. Yeah. Yeah, we'll be careful on that front.
We'll do that later for you, don't worry.
So, I prefer this. Weirdly, I do prefer the barley to the chaos, but only because it's a lot sweeter. It's really nice. Both are lovely. This is definitely stronger. Yeah. But you're not ready to do what I want.
I'm struggling with this as the last drink of the night to get through it quickly.
Yeah, there's a slight issue. So I'm at the stage where I want to shoot what I've got left.
But I had probably double what you had to start with.
You didn't say when.
No, I did fail. So.
Well, you didn't fail. It's free whiskey.
Yeah.
Is it a fail? Be honest here, David.
It's not a fail. It's what? Was it 5:10? So you know,
7 past 10.
Still got plenty of evening left.
Oh yeah, plenty. We can just hang out afterwards.
That could be an interesting challenge for Le Mans.
What, tonight or tomorrow?
Tonight. Could you imagine trying that tonight?
No chance. 20%. No chance. I have to charge the battery tomorrow. No, we could, to be there, Le Mans, the video game with a steering wheel, barely used any more power than you currently see. But not tonight. It's just not. No, honestly, you understand when you play. Yeah. You're in the cockpit.
Oh.
It's not. No. You've got to be careful.
So what is it? Is it you've got an hour of practice and then you have to do a fastest lap, basically?
Well, it depends what track you choose, but yes. Got a few tracks.
Well, which track have you and your dad done?
He did.
I need to try and beat both of you.
He only wanted to do Le Mans.
Okay, so I need to do Le Mans.
I've not done Le Mans. I was helping him coach him through it because he kept getting distracted.
So which one have you done?
I had started Spa.
Okay.
I hadn't completed it because I was completely thrown by the car controls. But my job was not to, at the time when I tested it, it was not to drive it. It was to ensure it was ready for Dad to try it. So he only wanted to do Le Mans.
So I will do Le Mans then to try and beat your dad.
I know what his time is. I've got it saved on my phone. But it's 3:52, which is 5 seconds off the pace, which is not bad. It was not helped by the fact that he forgot, at one point did get pedals confused. They're the right way around. His mind wasn't.
His mum was like, I'm at Meg's. He's an idiot. He's got the pedals wrong around. I'll press this. I'm going the wrong way now.
No, this was an hour in. It wasn't that. It was he just. It was the stress.
Manual or automatic?
Auto. I set to auto on purpose. I intentionally said it's the easiest so people can get acclimated.
Yeah. Guiding
line is there. He didn't see the guiding line. It's not that it's there, but he's just his eyes aren't. They're not pecking it.
Yeah.
It's not an ageist joke, but he's not going to see it. So when it came to braking, I was like, brake now, and he's like, yeah, all right. He had a better time with it, but you have to really drop the speed back. Because if you're doing a corner over 100, you're out.
Yeah.
You've really got to pull it in. Pound it. I will pound it. Don't you worry. I am more than happy to be honest. Because this is a delightful whiskey. Sean Bunkins, this is incredibly generous of you to send these. It really was.
I'm not going to pound it. I still got more than the double left.
Yeah, he has. Just for the sake of it, for those who are interested, the Rye Distillery Edition was Virgin Oak and Barbados rum cask. It's 53.5%, clearly written as 53.5, unless you're about to tell me that 5 is now an S, so it's S3.5.
No, that looks good.
Although that's not a dot, it's a comma, so it could be 53 out of 5%.
Oh, well, that might change the entire meaning of the Bill of Rights.
Indeed. It's bottle number 191. It's floor malted again, direct fired pot stills. The pot still thing is an Irish thing, so I like that. Very Irish trait. Single rye whiskey, which is another very unique one. When it comes to rye whiskies, generally I hate them, but Storning have sort of changed my faith in them a bit because they're not as bad. I do want to save some of the barley because I want David and Chris to try it, so I will when I go to Norwich next, which won't be till January, bring some with me. Hopefully they'll get to try it because David's always down for a laugh and January is treat time, which means
David will definitely. If we tell David in advance, you're going to be there spending all the money. He'll be there.
Just text him and go. Meg says it's fuck time.
Yeah, Meg says he's dropping all the cash. Hi.
Oh, I'll get the dogs out.
Doggos.
Yeah.
All right, I've got it.
Bear worse. It is eject the dog time because they have to go to bed. Right, go on, Bingo. Off you go. Fizzle. Go. Go on. Go on, Bingo. Bye bye. Go that way. Go on. Right, dogs are being returned to the house for bedtime. So we should have slightly less balking and panting whilst that is done. Yes. Anyone who has any questions, please do feel free to ask whilst we are still here. We won't be here for too much longer, so do throw us any questions you have, whether it's about any of the whiskies we've had tonight or just any questions in general about our experiences of drinking whiskey. Hang on, we've forgotten a dog. Oh dear. Chaos has ensued. We have literally forgotten a dog. Who's is it Chonky? Good girl. Well done, Mia. Good, Mia. Bye bye. Yeah, bye bye. Good girl. Bye bye. Chonky was smirked. She was in the other room, so we didn't know she was there. So she was asleep on the sofa, and we missed her. She was not amused, but yes, we managed to. We have removed all the dogs now. The bonus doggo.
Put in the fridge and it's cold.
Ah, old fashioned, lovely.
I chilled it first. Oh, hang on.
So for those who can't hear Meg, he's just pulled a bottle of Johnny Walker Old Fashioned out of his little mini fridge.
My sister got me for my birthday, and it's chilled. It's frosted.
It is, I can confirm.
Yeah, we were going to have that as a pre-drink, but a bit late now.
Comms issues.
Well, sure, let's call it that.
I sent him a message. I used the wrong thing. He didn't see it.
Wrong format, yes.
Yeah.
Anyway.
No dog left behind. No, unfortunately, the way this works is no dog was.
Apparently there was one.
Yes. Eventually, no dog was left behind. But initially, yes. Chonky was the biggest dog, apparently was left behind.
Is heading those dogs, like herding cats. Yes and no. It's more of they like being here, so they don't want to leave. Bingo will lay down flat because he really doesn't want to leave. Mia she was asleep. Yeah. Sizzles will do as she's told. Lizzie, though, she doesn't hear you, so you have to
Lizzie
pick
is
her up.
Blind and deaf, so therefore has no idea what's going on. She is when she wants to be.
Exactly. She's not blind, though. She's definitely deaf, though. When she wants to be.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
She has no sense of smell unless it's food, right?
Oh, she knows what she knows food. She's a foodie.
So yeah, good old Wizzy. But yes, no, we have now removed the dogs. They are now going back to house to go to bed.
Yeah. Is whiskey better chilled or room temp? It depends on your preference. So in question, the old fashioned is a cocktail. It's a pre-made blend batch thing. David bought it and then bought a second one, but one got left behind. Dad was meant to take that to the boat, but he forgot. Along with a bottle of Temnavulin I gave him.
I think I bought it forgetting I'd bought one already.
Yeah,
didn't
that's
I?
why. Yeah.
But
So it depends on your preference. I think it's better if it's me. I prefer if it's a little bit on the chilled side, but to get most out of it, you need the flavours to sort of.
Yeah.
I don't want to say effervesce, but it's that territory, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just releasing itself.
there are some whiskies that are designed to be served chilled. So like
Johnny Walker, Song of Winter.
Song of Winter, yes. Snow Grouse.
No, White Walker it's called. Sorry.
White Walker, yes. Yeah. The famous grouse, Snow Grouse.
Yeah.
That is deserved to be designed to be chilled. Johnny Walker Gold apparently was supposed to be chilled as well.
Which one?
Our one, the Centenary, the good one.
The better one.
Yeah. So there are some that are designed to be served chilled.
Yeah. Didn't know that.
It's not very common. But...
No, it's not. I think that's why they include some Japanese whiskies are better apparently with ice. A lot of peated whiskies are better naturally, to be honest. Some might say otherwise with a drop of water. That's fine. You're wrong, but you're fine. You can be wrong. I have no issue with that. You're still wrong, and quite frankly, I will never be your friend.
According to the Scots, all of the Scottish people in Scotland said that they don't mind how you drink their whiskey as long as you enjoy it.
You know why they said that?
It's because the market is shrinking, that everyone has got tariffs and they need people to buy whiskey.
It's not shrinking. It's that the Scottish government are so fucking retarded. They want to introduce rules about peat now to be eco-friendly, so they want to get rid of peat. And I'm like, hang on, you would kill Islay, arguably the biggest market you have. You'd kill Islay just to virtue signal your environmentally friendly. You realise what you're doing here.
Can whiskey ever really go bad? Right.
Yes.
So this is an interesting one. Because Megs very quickly said yes.
It depends on the whiskey, though.
What? Because this actually came up on one of the tours. I can't remember which one, but this came up on the tours.
Right.
Basically, once the whiskey has left the cask, it stops aging.
Yeah.
But obviously, the oxygenation process can change the whiskey.
Yeah.
In theory, because it no longer ages, it can't go off.
Well, that is true. That's why if you don't open the bottle, it's forever sealed.
But even if you open it, technically it shouldn't go bad.
Well, it's not that it goes bad. It's what escapes from it. I think that might... So there's a thing here of, can a whiskey ever go bad? The answer is axiomatically no, it cannot. But there are some whiskies that don't age it just doesn't work. It doesn't seem to develop into anything better. So if you can take a shitsky like Bell's, it's never going to improve because it's a blend.
But weirdly, if you take Dalmore Port cask, it got better after we'd opened it and had a couple of attempts at it.
Well, it's because we took the water layer off. Apparently, the gravity separated the port from the water. The water of life has suddenly given its life.
Yes, the water of life was
once we took away its protective film of water, which was in a Not Worth Cork episode, Portcast with my father. I think. Yeah, it was an absolute disappointment. Oh no, we did it as a treat, didn't we? First. Yeah, January treat first.
January treat first, and it was a disappointment. And then we did it in the podcast stream as the opener to get it out of the way to use some of it up.
Yeah.
And it was we were like, hang on.
Oh, so this
is better than it was last time.
Yeah, sunlight could be a factor. Absolutely, you're quite right. The cork, I don't. Well, yes. So things do get corked. That's why you don't lay whiskey bottles on their side.
No,
it's not wine.
It's weird. You're not supposed to lay them on their side, but you are supposed to keep the cork moist, because if you keep the cork wet, it maintains a seal. Yeah. If you let the cork dry out, it can crumble into the whiskey.
Although, like your Penderyn.
Yeah, although that was weird because that wasn't very old.
No, but that just happened.
Yeah.
It was just and also my Johnny Walker Gold Centenary, I changed the cork over on that.
What is suggested is you should, if you have whiskey that's with a bottle of cork, at least once a year you should turn it so that it gets moisture on the cork.
It feels like that in a way you're losing an angel's share though, because some of the whiskey, a small amount, but if you don't open the bottle regularly, whiskey's going down as you keep doing
Yeah.
that.
So this brings me. Well, that handily brings us to a thing that the guy at the Deanston distillery raised.
Yeah.
Which is the first time I'd heard of this. There's the Angel share.
Yeah.
What else is there? Who else gets a share?
Fucking devils, mate.
Yes.
I figured if you got angels, you got
Yes.
demons.
The devil share. So the Angel share is the
I was a guess, by the
small
way.
amount of whiskey that evaporates. Depending on where you're maturing your whiskey, that can be 2-3%.
India, 20, 30.
England, it's about 5. Yeah, India, Taiwan, the hotter climates, it's 15%.
Yeah, it's a lot
That's
higher.
the Angel share. The Devil's share, which this is what I learned on holiday,
Right.
is the amount of whiskey, or spirit whiskey, that is absorbed by the cask that you never get back. That actually seeps into and is absorbed by the wood.
The devil, man.
That is the Devil's share.
This is why people believe in Jesus, man. That's why I believe in Jesus.
So, but that is something I'd never heard of till I went on that
I
whiskey
never
tour.
heard that either. That's interesting. I like that.
And it makes sense because the Angel, there is evaporation. Wood is porous. Wood expands and contracts. There is room for evaporation, but obviously because it's porous, some of the whiskey must go into the wood as well.
So Genicon, no, it's not it's not a brand. That's Angel's Envy. That's an American whiskey that I quite like.
Yes,
No,
which is
Angel,
good.
Angel,
Port.
Indeed, port pipe.
Yeah.
Angel share is what leaks, it evaporates from the cask while the cask is maturing. And if it's warmer a climate, the climate is warmer, more evaporates because the heat encourages it through reaction. If it's colder, like Scotland, it's 1 to 2% every year. England 5%. Anywhere that's warmer, the percentage goes up. And that's what in the cask every year vanishes.
Yes. And what's interesting is when you go to distilleries, having been and seen, when you go in the warehouse, there's a sign. That sign says, "Danger, explosive atmosphere." Because there is alcohol in the air.
Oh, mate.
You're not allowed to take like flash photos and stuff because there is alcohol in the air. It could create a spark. That is the Angel share. You can smell it when you walk. You can breathe it in.
There's a type of subculture of people who don't eat food; they breathe it. So breatharians are called. That's how they get drunk, mate. Oh, and which whiskey tour did you do? You went to a few, as we discussed earlier. You did a few bits.
So, in Edinburgh, there is near the castle what's called the Scotch Malt Whisky Experience, which is designed as almost like an entry level thing to teach you about whiskey. They do different levels of tours. We did a tour there.
Yeah.
We then booked a specific tour with a coach and a guide that took us to a couple of distilleries and some various like historical and scenic landscape points in Scotland. That was an entire day. And then we just happened to go to a distillery. So that was what I did while I was there.
Yeah.
But there were so many things you can do. From Edinburgh, you can actually book and do like 3-4 night tours where you go into the Highlands, you go to Speyside, you go to Isla.
Maybe one day I'll get
do
to do
all
one
those
of
sort of things.
Maybe one day I'll get to do one.
But yeah, the only specific tour we did was the day tour where we went to distilleries.
Yeah.
But obviously, Johnny Walker is in Princes Street in Edinburgh.
We knew you were going to do Johnny Walker. I'm sorry, but you were always going to do Johnny Walker.
Obviously, you can't not do Johnny Walker.
Is Whiskey Experience worth it? I consider it, but it seems very touristy.
So it depends what you know about whiskey. So for me, probably not, because of the 5 whiskies we'd tasted, I'd had 3 of them. I own 2 of them. So for me, that was
the third one. Did I own the third one?
So we had Monkey Shoulder.
I own that.
We had
Smoky.
Auchintosh and Freewood, which I own.
We both own that.
And we had Port Escape.
We both
own a version of that.
I forgot that it wasn't its own distillery. I forgot that. I know it's a port.
So we had Glenmoray 15.
We'd had the 12, the Firewood, and the.
And we had Glendronach 12.
I've had the 15.
So of the 5 whiskies we had there, I'd had 3 of them, but Dad hadn't. So for Dad, who has started drinking whiskey but doesn't really know about how it's made,
He drinks everything,
good.
though, to be fair.
For me, who knows a bit about whiskey, it was not so. It was just repeating kind of what I knew.
I have a question. So there's a couple of things I don't really drink, but your dad seems to have and have had and drunk everything. Is there anything he doesn't like really doesn't touch? Because for me, it's tequila.
I mean,
I don't really touch tequila.
I don't think he's got any tequila or Sambuca in his cabinet.
I like Sambuca.
Sambuca's
like
got
easy syrup.
There's vodka, there's brandy.
Oh, I know the brandy because I got to try it, didn't I? And
there's the martinis. There's
cognac as well. Didn't I try? Brandy and cognac. I tried.
Yeah, I mean he's got whiskey. He's got
gin.
He's got
no tequila though.
Rum.
Yeah, of course he has rum because you took it from him by the Pussers.
Yeah.
Borrowed.
One of the Pussers is mine. The Mount Gay it is.
Go figure. Nah,
we got that in Barbados.
I almost bought the Angel's Envy over the Yellow Spots. So I was Genicon. I was given advice from a guy who loves his spot whiskies. He tells me to buy red, because unlike Johnny Walker, it's the other way around. Johnny Walker red is shite, blue is the best. Whereas with the spots, blue is shite and the red is the best. I want to try the greens because they've got a white wine cask version. They had a couple limited edition versions on Master Malt. I've never tried the Spot Distillery. As far as Angel's Envy goes, it's great. Getting some of the limited edition versions, impossible. I even spoke to Angel's Envy about it. It's not happening. We can't get them over here. No tequila is the best. You just got to get the right one. I would defer to your superior knowledge because I've yet to try one I liked. But it's like wine. I don't like wine. No. I'm not judging. My tongue doesn't appreciate. But port, fucking let's go for it.
And you're welcome. The tour company we used was called Rabbies, but there are several tour companies that do various tours around Scotland. In fairness, the one we did was not my first choice because the one I wanted to do was Aberfeldy and Glenturret, but that was sold out. But that was sold out, so we then did Glengoyne and Deanston.
Well, maybe you and I can top and tail in a bed next year and do one. Giggity. It's a fox.
I was going to say, it's a fox thing, close.
There's a shed over there with some fox cubs in, and they've sort of been coming out.
But yeah, the whiskey experience is good. If you know about whiskey, it's probably going to kind of cover what you know because it's very much designed to try and get people into whiskey. Yeah. But if you don't know about whiskey, it'll be brilliant because it will teach you about how it's made and the origins, the history, all that sort of thing.
So, Undercover Beezer, I'm not judging anyone that does drink wine, just to be clear. For some odd reason, I don't like wine.
You're not.
I like rosé.
Yeah. You like a wine cask whiskey, but you don't really like the wine.
Rosé, and David can attest, I will drink rosé easily. I used to be mocked for that, by the way, when I was at uni and a bit of an adult as well. I'm like, I don't get it. Rosé's lovely.
It's like Ribena, isn't it?
Yeah. And I'll drink Bucks Fizz, but I don't like wine. But I'll drink port. That was a recent discovery from last year or the year before. Last year, wasn't it?
Mm.
Yeah. Because we did the port cast whiskey with Dad.
It was pre-Christmas, yeah.
Yeah. And we had port. And I've got a bottle under here for streaming, which is Graham's Late Port, which is quite nice. And on my
on the bar, he also has...
So I wanted to keep a bottle to always make sure there was one behind the bar. But I wanted one for the stream whiskies because it was just spare. And I thought, well, fuck it. Go up there eventually.
That, I think, is what Dad's got.
No, it's not the same one. Because the one your dad had, I didn't like.
Okay.
I like this one. This one's slightly different. The one, well, if it's not the same one I tried with your dad's, because the one your dad had, I didn't enjoy. It was a late port, but it wasn't the same one. What's up? Hey, K-Shell. Oh, Leona. Sean Bunky's talking about shirt size for Leona. Fine.
Oh, right, okay. I was trying to there's still no answer. I was like, what?
Leona's probably not here.
I feel like just get Leona extra small just for lols.
Oh God, don't! Jesus, she'll beat the fuck out of you when she finds out that you said that. So how far are you in your block? Are you ready?
Would she rather me say she was skinny or fat?
I have waited for half an hour to have a drink. Are you ready to shoot?
I am ready to shoot.
Right. So this is the last one we're doing this evening before we give you our final definitive answer on this whiskey. So far, I've loved every minute of this. I think I've more than you, but we'll let it go.
This is the ultimate YOLO swag fan with 82.8%.
Oh, indeed, yes. This has been Jackass, and I'm a Meg.
I'm Dave, and we will see you in the next life.
Skull. Ooh, that goes well. Oh. It's very sweet. You okay there, buddy? Something wrong? Oh, you got caught. I didn't. You did. Oh, it's so sweet as well. There you are, Leona. Hi. Sean Bunkins has a question for you, please, Leona. If you hear this, I think it's something to do with shirt size or hoodie size or hat size or leg size, foot size. I don't know. Ooh. Can't tell if you're slurring or if you're just British. I'm not slurring.
Yes.
This whiskey is a... I didn't let it touch the tongue, though. So did you let it touch the tongue?
No, it was all back of the mouth.
So I can feel it.
It was literally like
but
there.
I think because I got done... I don't know. I really thought it was all right. It was lovely.
It was nice. It just hit me.
David got caught. So I've been caught before. I've never seen David caught before. So 82.8% turns out we know the percentage now.
Dave had a limit.
Yeah, we know no. Whereas I've been done by 59.7. And that was lovely. Oh, you don't need water this time, do you? No, that's a lovely whiskey.
That was good. That was just a hit.
It just caught your card, yeah. Whereas I thought that was delightful.
Yeah, it was just literally all back of the throat. Just as I swallowed, it was like...
To be fair, it's right there now, but I got it lucky enough. I was moist enough that it didn't bother me. It's Dave David is definitely resurrecting. He's on a cross.
Dave's good, yeah. Dave is fine.
Yeah,
Dave just got hit in the mouth. Or the back of the throat, yeah.
It's... Yeah, I think that's a great whiskey, to be honest. And it's even better because obviously we didn't pay for it. And thank you so much again, Sean Bunkins, for sending these.
Yeah, thank you very much. It's very kind of you to send us stuff.
Especially because, like your dad might judge a little bit, but come on. I get to share this with my dad. I know he's going to be like, fuck yes.
Yeah.
Your dad might be like a bit reluctant, but come on. You got sent free whiskey for a stream.
Yeah.
Like, fam, we got sent lovely whiskies. I'm actually really happy about it, you know? I think it's a fantastic...
Hang on.
Go on.
That's a Yempy sort of comment.
Oh, Yami. Yami's been around for years, but took a bit of time off after a bit of life going on. Yami's been around for as long as Yempy, to be honest.
Fair enough.
But Yami's a bit of a bish.
I was going to say, that's definitely a Yempy sort of comment.
Look, Yami, don't forget here, I'm with your dad here. You'll grow out of your current phase of lesbianism, and when you're ready to man up and get yourself and pop out some babies, we're here to support you. I'm kidding. I don't give a shit. No, but that's the chaos was lovely, meaty and sweet, and this was lovely because it was sweet and potent. And one day I might open the rye, but I will be old and grey, so grey at that point.
So in about 2 weeks' time.
No. As you see,
actually no, January. Come January, you'll be old then.
True, but look at my dad. He's only now in his early 60s and finally going grey, and he doesn't dye his hair.
No,
you know, my dad doesn't.
He's done well, yeah.
He doesn't. And he does, yeah. And so
he's aged well on top, not necessarily so much around the middle.
Sorry,
he's aged well on top, not necessarily so much around the middle.
Oh yes, he does. Don't fat shame my dad. I suppose getting punched in the throat by whiskey isn't the worst punch. Well, it was either that or my dick.
That's later.
What I mean, yes, indeed. But what I mean is like, so when I'm old and grey, the rye might get opened, but not right now because I've been sent off my wish list a lot of things, and I've given David gets half of them.
Yeah, basically every other bottle.
Yeah,
I get. Yeah.
The running gag was a few of them were basically just Kendallmint, and he replied every time, "Oh no!" And then
what a shame! Yeah. How will I survive?
And he starts drinking it.
This deal seems unfair.
Just put it in a paper bag and sit on the curb and be like, "What the hell's going on here? I don't know." Like it was great, but we do share them because if we do this, then it's my way of paying him basically.
Yeah.
And this is also a fair way because he got the chaos, which turns out was the one he preferred.
Yeah.
Which is the one I was always going to give him anyway.
My unpaid labour is paid in whiskey.
Bish! Unpaid. You got 37-year-old Inver Gordon.
I did, yeah, this is true.
And a rose arm. And a coaster and a glass.
Yep.
A really heavy glass.
Yeah. A chunky glass.
I want to get another one of those because I've got 2 of my ones. And I would like one of those as well because they're just really nice. Like, you can't just wash them though.
No, I know. I remember from your one.
There you go. That's what you need.
Have care instructions.
Instructions. Hand wash only.
Invert and allowed to dry completely.
So the reason why is you don't. It starts to pockmark the chrome.
So basically, what I need to do is tell Dad, leave this alone if it's on my draining board.
You see these marks here?
Yeah.
That's what happens when you don't. Okay. This is obviously I've had this. For those who don't know, I've had this glass for a few years. It needs to be washed actually.
There's a minor chip in it somewhere.
There.
Yeah.
It's yesterday's whiskey. That's why I forgot to wash this.
There's a slight chip where I accidentally caught it on something while drying up.
It's fine. But no, because it wasn't turned upside down, it was dried. It did damage the paint on one of the parts of it.
Yeah.
But it's
the actual cylinder part.
It's a really nice glass, and I wanted him to have a again. David's got nice whiskey glasses anyway because I got them from a few years ago. But I want him to have a nice heavy glass because this is a proper weight. He'll take a photo and put it on the server. It's a weight of a glass.
So you know the Johnny Walker glass, what the big heavy one?
Yeah.
They're £25 because they had them in Johnny Walker.
Why St Andrews one was cheaper.
But like
I've got a Johnny Walker
I don't know where I
pint
got
glass.
that one from.
Right, Bottle Club did a thing where if you bought Johnny Walker, you got a pint glass Johnny Walker. I bought one, and the bottom of that is it's about as thick as your lenses. Like, it's ridiculous. It's like that.
Yeah, but Dad got a nosing glass from the Scotch Malt Whisky Experience.
Right.
So he's got a glass.
I'm glad he got something. I got socks.
But yeah, the Johnny Walker one, they had those glasses, and they were like £25. And I was like, I mean, they are a nice glass, but are they £25?
I have a query.
Yeah.
So you mentioned your dad. Why did your dad lick the sample of the ruby? Because your dad doesn't get involved in jokes.
No, basically, because I told him he should.
Sorry, what? Do you want to elaborate on this? Did you just try and manipulate him? No, just lick it.
I was going to lick it, and he was like, "Why are you doing that?" And I was like, "It's just something we do." And I was like, "Well, yeah, but it's funny." And he was like, "Why is it funny?" I was like, "Well, it just is." And he was like, "I don't get it." And I was like, "Well, okay,
Meg will.
but
Meg will
Meg
get it.
Why don't you lick it?" And he was like, "No." And I was like, "Well, yeah, but it'd be funny." He was like, "Will it?" I was like, "Yeah." It's like, "Yeah, it won't be though." And I was like, "Well, no, it will."
To be honest, you're saying this, and everything you said sounds like your dad. Oh dear, that's brilliant. I like the fact you eventually caved and did that. I'm going to take a photo of all this swag and put it on Instagram because that's brilliant. I've been nice. I've got a piece of wood. It makes no sense to anyone until I was told what it was.
Yeah, I was thinking, if I just gave you that, you'd be like, "Dave, why have you given me a hockey puck?
It's not even.
Why is it made of wood?"
Why have you given me wood? I mean, if I say it to anyone else in online space, they're gonna be like, "Yo, I gave you wood. Which anniversary is that?"
Well, here you go. Here's some wood.
That's brilliant. I like you got your dad to do that. That's fantastic. I'm very happy about that. Well, may I just say, Shumbunkins, those were lovely whiskies. Thank you so much for sending them. Genuinely, we really enjoyed them. And David, thank you for the Ruby and the Her Majesty's Royal Yacht, Her Majesty's Yacht, and what was the other thing we tried?
The Ruby and the Yacht were the only things we tried. The
something before that. We had something before that, didn't we? Oh, your Invergordon.
Oh, the Invergordon. Yeah. Well, you thanked yourself for that one.
Thank you, me.
And you/chat.
And you chat, of course.
Slash.
But as it was my idea, and I did, to be fair, Bry donated towards it, and I do remember him saying, "I have no idea what he's done with it, though." So no one knew what I'd done. Only Leona knew.
And to be fair, she didn't say anything.
Well, to be fair, she does keep secrets. Definitively, she knew what the bottles were. People knew I was buying you an age statement on purpose because I was so. No, this isn't a dig, but your oldest open bottle is an 18, isn't it? Right. So to me, it's like, it's about time you move up in the world, yeah.
Right, glass. Okay, that makes more sense. Is there a difference in type of glass? Yes, to a degree.
Do you hiccups? Do you water?
No, I think that was just one random.
All right, I heard it.
Yeah.
All right.
Type of glass, yes, to a degree. The shape of the glass affects how the spirit presents itself. So we're drinking from the official stream glasses, thanks to Ragamuffin. No,
these are my stream glasses.
These are
Twitch.
Okay.
The official ones around the bar. I forgot to change them over. That's my fault. The square ones, remember?
Okay, we're drinking from the unofficial stream glasses
because I forgot to change them over.
Which are basically tumblers, wide top.
Yeah, wide top.
Nosing glasses are a wide section where the whiskey goes, and it narrows at the top. They're designed to basically change how the aroma travels through the glass and presents itself. So, in essence, the glass makes no difference because it will still taste the same. But what you get from the pre-taste, like the smell and everything, varies by the glass because the narrower section, you get less oxidation of the whiskey, so you get more of what it is without any dilution. The wider glasses, like the tumblers, you get more oxidation, so it, I suppose dilutes is the best word for the whiskey. So it doesn't change the taste. I mean, if you've got it there, I'm not going to say no, but
Do you want to tell them what I'm doing?
Meg has currently randomly appeared with a bottle of Brunehaven 30. That'll definitely do. He just poured some Brunehaven 30 because he's Meg and YOLO.
Yeah, it's my bottle.
So yeah, if you're just drinking it, the glass won't make a huge amount of difference. Obviously, if you're putting like whiskey stones, ice in it, yes, a wider glass will mean more of the whiskey gets affected by that. The main element is the smell. The nosing glasses are designed specifically to channel the aroma. So if you're sniffing the whiskey to get the scent and the aroma, the glasses will make a difference. When it comes to the taste in general, no, it won't make much difference.
The nose, though, does open up the palate for the mouth, because I think once your nose starts to pick up on things, the mouth does the rest of the work.
Yeah, and what they were saying in Scotland is what you should do is when you sniff it, don't have your mouth closed, have your mouth slightly open.
The tongue.
Yeah.
So that does bring up the other aspect of this you need to consider, is that what you want to do when you have a glass first is clean it with Dalmore King George.
King George V, yes.
And then just
swill
discard
it and chuck it.
Because you've got to clean the glass.
And then put some white and Mackay in it, which is about
swill
15 to 20 times less value than the cleaning product.
May you all have lovely people. Thank you. Enjoy your packing of a parcel, apparently. Thanks for being here, Shumbunkins. And again, thank you for the whiskies. Honestly, this has been so much fun. We haven't done one of these in a while. It's been a horrible year, obviously, for David, so we weren't able to make this work. And rightfully so, to be fair. But I really do hope you appreciate that we've given these a good going over.
We've tried, and
David gets to walk away with one. Yes. So, and I was always going to give him one.
And those of you on the Discord, we have done the odd VC and things as well to try and keep this going.
I had these sat right on the shelf behind me the whole time until Wizzy kept knocking them off. Bingo, Mia, and everyone else. Doesn't matter. You're just backshotting, indeed. Slancher, or whatever. Slancher. There you go. That's what class tastes like, mate. Oh. Money down the drain.
Money in the Dave.
Money in the Dave's liver, yes. Might help with the hiccups. You never know.
It was just a one-off. That was.
It was? You sure?
Right. I haven't had one since. So
those don't know, David can't hiccup. Hiccups are a bad sign. So that was my concern.
Yeah, Dave has issues.
To be fair, I think we are at the stage now where we are going to end anyway. Because I think we're at 2 minutes 40. I think we've been there a long time. We can chill out for a bit, can't we?
Yeah, 2 hours 40, yeah.
Yeah. All right, well, don't know when we're next here. It's going to be a while, no doubt, but we've got things to do.
September sometime. I have a weekend off, I think.
All right, well, we'll try and make something work for then. There'll be some VCs I'm sure we'll try and work out.
Yeah.
But thanks for joining us on Rumble and on the YouTubes. We really do appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you for being here. It's been good to be back. Although we're not at the bar, we are near the bar.
We will be next time if we can make it. Yeah, I just needed more time to prep. It was my fault.
To be fair, this one was problematic because obviously Meg couldn't prep it in the sense of normal because I would have known what was coming. Because obviously the thumbnail,
I didn't know what was coming over. Yeah, so it was kind of
and he didn't know what I had treat for him. So yeah.
Thank you for joining us, guys. It's incredibly kind of you all to be here. I really appreciate it, especially those who loitered, lingered, littered. I didn't notice. Yes, I did see from the Amber stream earlier. I am on the main channel tomorrow because David's going home. Yeah. Hope to see you then. If not, well, bye.
And last thank you from me for those of you who did contribute to my whiskey for the birthday. That is very much appreciated. It's very kind of you all.
Say goodbye, David.
Goodbye, Meg. His face.
Goodbye, David, apparently.